Hey, welcome back to the Metabol Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's a Monday night, and we're here, which is a new thing, sort of. That's not normal, right? Give me 1 second just to make sure everything's working. Boom, we're live. If you don't know what you're watching, it's this. Oh, wrong mouse. Boom. All right, we're good to go. Just give me 1 second to open up chats, and we will start this. Man, this part's always really good TV, right? Wait, are we streaming on YouTube or no? It says we should be. But are we? Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. Cool. 1 second. My end doesn't have it just yet. Yo, what's up? Hey, YouTube chat. It's Monday night. Nice surprise. How's it going, Ed, Zach, Tobel, Chris? What's up? First time, Austin Hill. First time catching the stream, and you are live on YouTube. Hey, glad this works out. YouTube's like a lot easier to grab people with, because people generally are on YouTube. So I've been like really excited to be streaming on YouTube for a while. What's up, Red Dwarf? It's Thursday already. Must have overslept. Give me 1 second just to pop out chat, and we should be good to go. So I talked about this last week a bit. I won't be here on Thursday this week, so there won't be a live stream then. So I wanted to do a live stream at a different time. So Monday night is what it's going to be. Hopefully for some of you who are watching this live, that actually works out well for you. Maybe Thursday night isn't the best night, and if not, well, this hopefully is better. I don't know. What's up, Ragnarok and Twitch? How's it going? So hey, if you're new to this YouTube thing, if you're new to Twitch, highly recommend you make an account. We can talk. It's really nice. Everyone's super friendly. So this isn't like a particularly different stream than anything else. We're just pretending it's a Thursday. Enjoy your Thursday, everyone. So we're going to start with the deck list of the week because we have a new one already. And this is CTZ Man vs. Trees, which is a punitive Counter-Strike Jinteki deck. It's a Pollen of Foods deck, which makes a lot of sense. It's a deck that discourages the runner in some ways of drawing cards and also wants to kill the runner. Now, I actually played like a punitive Counter-Strike Polana deck when playing in the team tournament at Worlds this year. That deck, I think, let me down a bit. The runner did a lot better, but it's actually really fun. There's a lot of really good cards now. Bacterial programming helps a lot. If the runner steals this, you can draw your punitives, you can draw everything like that. We don't actually have a way to deal with directly. We don't have a way of dealing with, what's it named? Film Critic. So Film Critic's on the table. I think we just basically have to play Glacier, which is kind of difficult. I'm surprised this deck doesn't have an NGO front. It also runs 3 Genetics Pavilion, which seems kind of nuts, but that actually might help you win the game. I also have Ben Musashi and Data Loop, which all of these work really well together. MCA, bigger than GLC. I'm not sure what you're talking about exactly there. MCA, GLC. That to me means like MCA austerity and green level clearance. Oh, right, because there's a green level clearance in here. MCA as in like the thing that destroys resources. It might be too tempo slow. The informant I think is like too slow on tempo. You're paying 4 credits and clicks in a deck, and sure they have to pay 2 credits a lot of times, but I think we just maybe want to go faster. That's the way I see it. If I wanted to play a card that hates on a resource specifically in Jinteki, I would just go for Voter Intimidation because I think it's cheaper. I think this one's a lot cheaper. It is a bit janky. Like sometimes it doesn't work. Man versus Trees. Watching this would be super meta. Am I missing something here? Oh, Man versus Stress. Is Man versus Trees? That's a Netrunner play, right? Anyways, we're gonna give this one a shot. Deck builder. Hydrophones, what's up? Monday. What? Yeah, we're not gonna be here on Thursday, so we decided to stream this week on a Monday night. Should be fine. It's largely the same. Might be a different crowd. I'm excited to see that. That's Paulina. We have Ben Musashi, Marcus Batty. We have a lot of really good stuff. So let's give this a whirl. I don't actually know how many people are playing on Monday night as opposed to Thursday night. Is this CTZ themselves? I don't know. But 25 games, that's like medium. It's not the worst. We'll give that a shot. Yo, what's up? Oosh. Bakhtiari. Hey, excited to see this deck in action. Love me some Paulina. Paulina's good fun. Paulina, like, largely, in my mind, takes up the place that Engineering the Future, the old HB identity, used to take up, where it's like a very vanilla... Ooh, why is this white? It's a very vanilla identity, right? Like, no matter what, you're going to get money. And that was really good for HB, because not only was that ability a bit kind of, like, busted, but you could just do whatever you wanted, really, and you'd have a good deck. Like, you could make a janky deck, you could put it in there, and you'd have something good. And Paulina feels the same way. No one gets the pronunciation right on the first go? Well, that's because we prepared for this. How's it going? There is Fetal AI Paulina pronunciation, or Paulina, excuse me. Fetal AI? They made an article on this a while ago, so I'm hopefully getting it right all the time now. It's a holiday weekend. Yeah, totally it is. It's a holiday weekend in Ontario and Canada. I'm no longer in Ontario, but it's also a President's Day, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe there's a lot of people watching from the States that have a day off. If that's the case, happy President's Day. What do you do on President's Day? I honestly don't know how it works. We're playing against Shaper, so we're pretty weak against R&D. This ice is actually not that good if they're on Switchblade. It's really good if they're on Dagger. But this hand's like not terrible, and I just have an ice for R&D. I guess this for remote. This is like, we could get a lot worse than this. Like, if we draw a bunch of 5/3 agendas and we don't know what to do with it, we'll keep this. Could be a lot worse. They kept 2. That's always kind of scary. Now we hit the Musashi. Again, Shaper might be running Film Critic. I think that's probably the best restricted card for Smoke. So that kind of sucks. So if we play green level clearance, it might show us them what deck we're playing, because it's not a very common deck, and they might see this as like, oh, you net deck this. But I think we want to do this and then just install 2 ice. Hedge Fund. I guess we can play Hedge Fund, because if they do run this, we might want to res it. This does actually make HQ a 1 and 4, which is bad. Because of 2 trashables, and they might run HQ right now. If we don't draw, maybe they think we're a trap deck or we don't do anything, so we'll actually just click for credit. If they run this, we'll feel dumb. Is this the deck you thought I was playing last Thursday? No, I don't think so, Hydroponus, because this is the deck list of the week. I'm not sure if I knew about this before. Kids don't go to school pretty much, otherwise we work. Oh, I thought, like, I work with people that work in the US, and they didn't go to work today. You don't have the day off? I see a Komainu. I don't think that tells them anything about our deck. So that was a good hit. If they hit the baddie, that's the worst case there. They put the Tapeworm down. Giving them 1 credit a turn. If we can like install 2 cards this turn, so next turn if we purge, we don't throw things away. That's good for us. Government jobs get it off. Some others do. Not too bad then. And they drew last click. I think you want to really play your turns around Paulina where you don't draw if you don't need to. So this turn we want to stay at 9 credits. Giving them 1 credit, is that worth purging to throw out a card? I don't think so. Now the question is where we put the Kakugo, and I think that putting the Kakugo on HQ for an end to run is fine, but you want to also put this on a remote that they have to run through a lot. If this is on your scoring remote, it's really good, because then they have less cards in hand, so the punitive hits harder. But I think this one's probably better. No, actually, because they're going to run HQ maybe more than they'll run the remote, so we'll just do a new remote. Actually, this is awkward. We don't want to click for a credit here, so we'll put Ben Musashi in server 1. If we click for a credit, they would get 2 credits from the Tapeworm, and next turn we can purge and not discard cards, which is really bad. If they throw down a bunch of Sacrificial Construct, they'll be playing around us. Yay, Another World Gaming, how's it going? Our location was closed today. Bank job. Oh, well, enjoy your holiday, huh? Also, you look like a nail. Happy Family Day, or your local equivalent. Fortunately, Quebec actually doesn't have Family Day, so we had just a normal work day. Family Day was like a relatively new holiday in Canada. It like showed up 5 years ago or something like that. I think the Conservatives made it. So they're pulling out SMC, they're pulling out the Cloak. If we res this, they'll have to break it, which means I'm okay resing this here, because they'll probably spend more money than us, and actually in the worst case, or the best case, it actually just fires. And if they spend their money like going through this and breaking this, but using their SMC into Cloak or Dagger or what have you, they can't trash the Ben Musashi. So we get to see what Fractor they're on. Again, like, the worst case is Switchblade, because that breaks all subroutines for 1 stealth credit, and that's pretty bad. That's going to be most of their money, though, and they're going to be going down to very few credits. Because Switchblade, I think, is like 4 to install with self-modifying code, 2 here to break with their 2 stealth credits, and then they can't trash this, so that's fine. And that's a better positioning than a Kakugo. If it was a Kakugo, this run would be like, we wouldn't res the Kakugo. Oh, it's Dagger, thank God. That's really good for us. And that's all their money. I don't know why they installed that. Now, because I guess they break 2 subroutines as opposed to none of them. 10 years ago, Family Day came along? It was 10 years? Shit, I feel old. Oh, wow, okay. So a couple of these are going to fire. Oh, actually, 3 of them are going to fire. That's brutal. They can't access anymore. Okay, so 1. We hit a film critic. That's like the best we could have asked for. We hit a piece. That's pretty great. And we hit a clot, which is not relevant. They can't trash that. That was an absolutely brutal turn. We actually technically have... Oh, shit. We technically do have double neural in this deck if somehow we top deck 1 and draw for 1. No. Yeah, then we can kill them. I can't seem to get into the chat on my iPad. Is live chat not available on the mobile app? I'm afraid I don't know, Sar Iknar. Also, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I'm not entirely sure. They shouldn't access that with 1 card in hand. That could be lethal. Hey, Andre, I actually filled papers to immigrate to Canada recently. How's the Netrunner scene up there? Firstly, hey, congratulations on that. The papers take a while from my understanding. It depends where you want to go. Montreal is great. Canada's huge. Toronto has a pretty great scene. Montreal's a great scene. I don't know much else than that. I haven't been to the West Coast or the Prairies or the East Coast. Personalized Portal is going to be cool with Polyna. I don't know what that one does, Hydroponics. What's that one do? And they drew, so we got a credit. I think we're just going to go here Purge because their money is so abysmal. Giving them the 1 credit would let them, in theory, play a piece if they have it in hand. And we're in no rush. They're in such a bad board state that we can just go and Purge this. And they generally run 1 or 2 Tapworms, but they run 2 or 3 Sacons. So if you can purge the Tapworm before they can get the Sacons on, you're generally in a good spot. Hey, Mad Dog, what's up? Tuesday stream. What is this madness? The sky is falling. Yeah, I'm probably going to be saying this a lot today, but we're not going to be here on Thursday, so I wanted to get a stream in this week. So if Monday looks like that's what it's going to be. Hope you're having a good enough Monday and a holiday for a lot of people out there. If we drew an agenda, it's really good. We're getting slow money. We have more money than them, so any agenda we can jam is really good right now. And End the Run would be nice too, but they don't honestly have the money to deal with Komainu. And they're drawing up, so it's only going to get worse. Kakugo is good. I think we're like okay with Tapworm now. They probably don't have another that we can just play both our hedge funds, and it's alright. And then we can res all our ice. And they have to be threatened by things like DNA Tracker, so they can't really run. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Monday stream? I'm so happy. Thanks for dropping by, man. Hoping you're having a good enough Monday. Just watch on PC for a bit. Hey, Andre, it's my first time watching live. I'm in Australia, so I'm usually at work when you're streaming. I'm working from home today. Hey, happy Tuesday then, on the other side of the planet. Hopefully you're enjoying it. YouTube's chat today has been like really good so far in like the 50 minutes we've been streaming for, but you gotta kick Twitch's ass. It's about due time, YouTube. You gotta step it up, huh? Alright, so they went down to no credits. Again, if we top deck an agenda, be really good. This deck has no fast tracks. It has a Gene Splicer, but I really don't want to spend all the money scoring this, because if they won't run it. This is a really good card if they'd consider running. Swordsman is only relevant if they have Die V. I think we're just going to set up the remote and then hopefully top deck an answer, and end the run on the scoring remote seems important. We'll put the baddie in there, I guess. Not really important. We could have put anything anywhere, really. I don't think that's a particularly meaningful click. But they're on no credits. 1 breaker. Like, if we just top deck any 5-3 and jam it in there, we'll be good. And if I'm not mistaken, this deck actually isn't running. It's only running Obicod and Bacterial. It's not running the new SSL endorsement, which is actually really good in a punitive deck, too. Story, we really know that Twitch is the best. How's it going? And again, okay, now they have their paperclip. They'll be able to afford it next turn. We have the Bacterial programming. If we get this through, they can't contest this remote. This is basically a free an agenda. Our money is close, but if they do get through here and they do steal this and they do beat the Med Musashi, if we top deck 1 punitive, we largely win. Now, punitive Counter-Strike decks are a bit dodgy to play against Anarch specifically because having I've Had Worse really goofs the whole math up. It's no longer like... Sometimes it'll be bad, but with Shaper it's very unlikely. Hey, Alain, not coming to Netrunner meetup to play online? Bad Andre. Yeah, we usually meet up on Monday nights. Alain, yeah, tonight this was the priority this evening. Sorry about that. Did you end up going, by the way? Because I heard only like a couple people were going, and which was kind of rough. And Remy was like, "I'll show up at very, very late." All right, so they're going for the Maker's Eye. They're forking us, right? They say we can't get this, so they want to go R&D. And the Kamino Res is actually really good here because, well, They'll take 1 net damage, which means I don't think they should be intelligently accessing. Because maybe resing this is actually wrong. Resing this for 1 net damage is not enough. But yeah, if they can't really access right now, because a snare will kill them. So I don't think they should access. We don't actually have to score this. There's like no rush to score this one. We could just click for credits next turn and be fine. Also, all we need is a single punitive, right? Because punitive, archive, punitive is really good. If they hit a bacterial on the top, we also probably still win. So this does 1 net damage. Oh wait, what? Where'd that money come from? Oh, that's all their money. Well, okay, snare is still kind of risky. They'd have to hit snare and breach dome or double snare, something like that. Not very likely. Still. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so now we can kill them. So this is the new card, Bacterial Programming, which lets us arrange a top 7 cards. So we can pick the next card that they see. Now, none of these are punitive, which is really bad, but we can put an IPO on the top so that we can just have money, which is really good. I think that's the first card they saw, so we can make sure that nothing goes through. So select a card to discard. Do we want to discard any of these cards? Jank's Pavilion is actually kind of annoying. We kind of want to keep it. I think we want to keep all of these. We actually maybe want to discard some of them so we get to our punitive. Like, we're not going to need all this ice. We just, like, if the next 7 cards are not agendas, we're not going to win fast enough. So let's throw out some stuff. The Commando is really good. The DNA tracker is generally not the best. It's usually like 2 to 3 credits. Actually, maybe it's okay. The Iki I don't like that much. Kakugo is good. The Pavilion we don't really need. They're already really far behind. Man, I do like Kakugo. Let's not do the DNA tracker. And the Neural? There's a chance we'll get value with the Neural, but not a lot. Let's just throw out a lot of them. We can move cards to HQ. Oh, I totally forgot about that. We can move cards to HQ. Maybe we wouldn't have thrown out everything. So we can put the IPO in HQ. We can put the Kakugo in, like... I don't mind if they hit these, but I don't want to draw them. So let's just let them hit 2 unknown cards. Maybe it'll be really bad. Hey, Matt. Andre's taking Polana to G&K night, hoping to get some pro tips. Is this ADV? No, Matt. This is CTZ, man. It's the Decklist of the week, just like Oosh pointed out. It's, we generally start a stream with the Decklist of the week. Polana tips? Is there anything, or Polana, excuse me, is there anything in particular you'd like to know? It depends so much on the deck. A lot of them are just like generally Glacier-ish, and you want to make sure that you understand how many credits the runner has, what their ice suite is. Like if our main taxing strategy, is based off of them being taxed out on ice, it's really important to understand what sort of breaker suite they have so you can analyze how good ice is. Like for instance, in this matchup, this stealth runner is on dagger, which means Komainu is really good. But if they were on Switchblade, it'd be really bad because you break this for almost free. Just knows the Twitch stream seems like a good 4 or 5 seconds behind YouTube. Might have to switch and live in the future. It says waiting for the corp. Oh, weird. Did that fix it? I played Polana in December 2016 and got over it. Now I'm back on board. Oh. I have nothing. Can you close the prompt? Oh, this is not good. Yeah, Polano is like a pretty generalist ability, so there's a lot of ways to build it. All in all, oh sweet. All in all, it's just money, right? Cool. Always. So I don't think there's anything particularly you need to know. It's based on your strategy, right? If you want to build a Glacier deck, you have to understand what ice is good and what position at what place. Stuff like that. And we're actually going to have to discard a card here because we overdrew. I think the Swordsman's largely dead. It's actually 2 stealth credits or 1 stealth credit for Dagger, which is kind of interesting. But the AI I think is largely not going to matter. What? Why are they seeing so many cards? What's going on here? Whoa, what's happening? You've seen 6 cards with this Maker's Eye. What? What's happening? That's super weird. I don't know what this is. No idea. It just kept going? So apparently that's not put in properly. That's not implemented entirely properly. Whoa. That I was say no to free cards. All right. Well, let's play on, I guess. How's it going, Alice? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, hey, philosophical. Yeah, something was weird. Maybe they just saw the cards that we threw out. I don't know, but they saw like 7 cards with that, which is not great for us. They also didn't see an agenda, which is again not great for us. Scarcity will actually matter. Like I think we can just slow down this turn. We know we're not going to lose on R&D for an agenda, so I think we actually can just put like another ice on here. We can IPO and we can play scarcity. The problem is if we do that, we won't have enough money to play IPO. But I like this now because they want to put their resources down. They have sacrificial constructs. They have Netrunner. They have one more film critic probably in their deck. So this seems relatively good. Smoke doesn't run a lot of currents, so I think we'd play that for sure. That means we'll probably just ice archives. It's good to put an ice on every server, so if Netrunner comes down, they can't like farm for credits like Desperado. So I think we'll just put this on archives and we'll IPO up. So actually we didn't discard any cards. Good for us. Pollen Foods is one of my least favorite IDs. Why is that? I think it's so much more interesting than ETF though, because you can choose when you draw. Like when I play against Paulina, I generally spend one turn installing things and running, and then the next turn drawing up a lot. And I think that's so much more interesting than ETF. Alice, technically a Tuesday stream for us Aussies. I like Paulina when the ID ability is pretty boring. It doesn't feel super impressive like CTM. There's much more boring abilities. Like I think, what's it called? Stronger Together is like one of the worst defenders of just like incredibly boring abilities. But I think I like Paulina. I always ask cards in hand. That's kind of like a nervous tick I sort of have when I'm playing Netrunner. How many cards do you have in hand? Cards in hand, cards in hand, cards in hand. I ask it so much. And it kind of gives away a lot of times that you're playing a kill deck or some sort of damage deck. But with Paulina, asking that every turn is good. It's actually like worth asking at any point in time, regardless, on the fact that the amount of cards in hand generally means how many things you can do and how much economy you have access to. They just used their SMC to install their Houdini for 4 credits. So this would have broken our DNA tracker for 5, so it's not the worst. But I don't know why they did that. There's no reason to use their SMC for that unless they're looking for the MU to install something else from hand. Paulina isn't boring because it's Jinteki and credits mean something different to them. Yeah, I think that's pretty true. Paulina's money and money's good. The rest is just what you're up against. Yeah, Paulina is like pretty standard good. So there's a chance this Ben Musashi is going to be garbage if they find their second film critic. I'm assuming they have 2 film critics. And with 2 stealth credits, this is still 2 credits to break. We want to get another piece of ice there. They look like Maker's Eye is their multi-axis, and that's... What? They're doing this again, which I don't think they need to do considering they saw the next like 6 cards based off of how the game broke. Yo, what's up, Dartstar? Drawing means something different to Jinteki. 100%, that's, I think, the most important thing. Not sure why they're Maker's Eyeing again. I don't think they see anything new here. Let alone they have 3 cards in hand, so they can't actually access or steal. They can't steal Obokata Protocol. So accessing central servers, accessing any basically card when you have 4 cards in hand against Jinteki is, I think, a mistake. Let alone going down to 0 credits and taking 1 net damage. Oh no, they're fine. They also know that we have Neural EMP, which we technically threw out. So Snare into Archive Memories into Neural is bad for them. Hey, what's up? I caught on my first live stream. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. So they saw nothing new there. Oh, we got an Iki up the top. Iki's actually really taxing for there. Yeah, I think it was. So we're really in no rush to like go ahead and score this. I think we just want to ice everything up. HQ pressure has been pretty bad. Like it's not been really strong. This ice is technically more taxing on R&D. The only issue is we're gonna throw something out. So I think we want to just like advance this once, install a card, click for a credit. Like we're in no rush here. This is probably the best on R&D. It's really taxing. And next turn we can advance this and then do something with our last click. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Iconoclast. I was playing an Argus Boom deck last weekend, playing against Adam in the first round. And after he scored an Atlas, I assumed he always had 7 cards in hand, so I missed a chance to kill him. Early Adam is really weak Adam. Asking cards in hand regularly, 100%. It's such a good idea. Yeah, and last week we played against Apollo in a deck with Harvester and Komainu and Food and all this like really positive Jinteki stuff. It was really funny. It was a pretty rough matchup too, considering the deck we were running had like 18-20 hand size, and then we had to deal with Komainus. All right, they now have money, which is just in time. We have the punitive in hand, and they know they access this card. They access the A-key, they access the punitive in another card, so they know what we're up to, which is means that money matters. Oh shit, this fires. First time playing this card. So you may look at the top 7 cards of R&D and rearrange them. There's no reason why we wouldn't do this. Wow, what a cool ability. So we basically want to score the Obokata, and then after that we want to score the Gene Splicer. So any of these cards we want to discard, I think we can discard the Swordsman. Doesn't really matter. I don't have a really, this is kind of hard to do digitally. Any cards to HQ, I don't think we want to do that. We just don't have enough clicks left. But then rearranging, that actually moves. So we want to choose the order of things. So putting the Obokata on the top is fine. They have 11 credits, but getting through this server is really expensive. I think putting the hedge fund on top is best. We also want to spread our agendas up, and that's the issue. So we have 9 points worth of agendas coming out, and that might be rough. So what's next on? We'll put the bacteria programming the furthest because it's not specifically defensive. We want money, so I think we do hedge fund, green level clearance at Obokata, which means we'll put. We'll stick the 2 3-pointers together. That seems okay. We have 1 more click left. We could put the Gene Splicer in here, but we know then what's coming up, so we don't really want to do that. We can make the server more taxing. It's already pretty good. But we could put this on here. I think we just want more money than anything. I think actually we're going to just maybe throw the Ben Musashi out. We also could just put the Ben Musashi in the server and never res 2 at once. So we also put it on R&D. That's probably good enough. Yo, how's it going? Melted Lilac. Surprise stream. Doesn't have much time to watch tonight. Hopefully you had a nice evening. Hey, thanks for dropping by and leaving that nice comment. You can always watch the VOD. But hopefully you're having a good evening too. Happy Monday or even Tuesday, depending where you are. Yeah, bacteria programming is really cool. This card seems miserable to use online. It's super miserable to use online. There's so much going on. And if you ask me, actually, I think this scarcity is doing a lot of work right now. That's probably why they went for the Desperation Maker's Eye, because they don't want to install stuff. Yo, Philip, what's up? Yeah, we're doing a Monday night Netrunner stream. Thursday night, we won't be streaming. Won't be around. Oh, looks like Equivocation's going to goof up our math here, but... Okay, so we know that they're going to hit an Obokata here. And the agenda after, which is a Future Perfect. So the question is, if we res this ice, who's going to spend more money on it? And if we res this, they have to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 credits. So we definitely res it here. And we know we're going to draw into green level, into hedge fund. If they steal one agenda, like if we do bet 0 on the side game and they steal the Future Perfect, a single punitive won't kill them. And I'm not sure if we... Yeah, I think we'll have enough money to do punitive, archive punitive. And so if they steal an agenda, I think we win. Yeah, there's no Thursday night Netrunner this week. That's very good to know. It's like Taco Tuesday on Wednesday. Taco Wednesday. No more action here. We don't even read... Oh, I tried to play punitive Counter-Strike. That's awkward. We don't even need to res this guy. I'd rather them steal an agenda or trash this. Or archive for Neural. Yeah, hey, also, how's it going, Apathy? That's another option. We could archive for Neural. Punitive archive for Neural. That's technically cheaper. So they have 1 credit. That's fine. It means also if we want to pay 2 for the side game, it's fine. But we want them to steal the agenda. So we'll bet 0. So they see the green level on the top. They're going to give it to us. They know we have a punitive, so there's no way that they should be stealing an agenda right here. That's also they used all their MU, right? So like they can't install an RNG key. They can't install their Fractor if they need it. They'll have to trash something. So like they're installing a lot of things that they're not going to get a lot of value out of. They're doing like a lot of Hail Mary runs in a game where they should be playing Control Netrunner. It's obvious that we're trying to score in a remote, so they should just like, they have good breakers at dealing with ice, so they should just like set back, get their economy going, and go for the remote. And it looks like they chose not to force us to draw. Oh. Maybe we goofed the math up. I thought they were going to access the Future Perfect. The 1 week I couldn't make the Friday stream. Perfect. Glad you can make it. Why didn't you res him? That didn't seem necessary. Alright, so they don't know what we're up to. Res Ben? I have no reason to res Ben. Like, I want them to steal the agenda. If I res Ben and then it's like, oh, I steal a Future Perfect, then I go to 1 card in hand, then they won't steal it. Like, I don't want to res Ben Musashi because I want them to steal the agenda so that we can win the game. Resing Ben Musashi will make it so they... Like, I wouldn't steal the agenda if Ben was there. It was GLC Hedge into Obokata, but they made us draw the GLC, so they saw Hedge Obokata into Future Perfect, I think. Oh, no, Data Loop. It's Data Loop Future Perfect. Fuck. so that's why. Cool. They conceded. Oh no. You got some. GG. Rough. Yeah, they're in a really bad spot. They went down to 1 credit. They installed all this stuff that's not useful. Like, this is not useful when you can't run R&D very often. Thanks for the game. Like, again, when you're playing, specifically when you're playing Smoke, it's what I can call control shaper. The idea is that you are meant to be contesting the remote server. Now, we're not a fast advanced deck, but if they had access to Clot, they can play the control game, right? So that we can't fast advance, which means everything we have to do, we have to put in a server. And they're specifically good at breaking ice and getting to servers. So they need to sit back, make sure they always have enough credits to always be able to contest the remote server, and then they can maybe win the game. Going with Hail Mary runs, and they did play 3 Maker's Eyes, but they saw a lot of the same cards over and over again. Some people should play it out, though. It's always better to play it out and learn. Yeah, I think they might have learned that they made their mistakes already. There's not much that they can learn from here. Like, it would just be kind of a grind. Also, Peter Jones, how's it going? The mistakes are obvious, and if you don't have fun, yeah, you don't keep learning. See you around, eh? Well, the deck did largely what it was meant to do. Bacteria programming is, like, really interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, Majukas, what's up? Hello, Chad. Hopefully you're having a good Monday. Yeah, I totally agree with that. As long as you concede or leave the game respectfully, like Peter Jones is saying, if you're not enjoying it, you should feel free to do something else. And I largely agree with that. There's some games that I know is lost. A lot of times you can play it out, and you do have small chances of winning, stuff like that, totally. But if you're not having fun, as long as you're not shitty about it, you should be able to respectively bow out, I guess. Triple Komainu, yeah, we had a lot of Komainus up there. And against what's it called? Dagger, that's actually really good. Also, if you're just tuning in, my name's Andre. How's it going? Welcome back to Match Ball Grid. We're streaming today because Thursday stream's not going to be happening this week. If you're new on YouTube or on Twitch, highly recommend you to make an account. On Twitch, it's super simple. There's no email verification. On YouTube, you just need like a Gmail account, and everyone reads the chat, myself included. Oh, that's a pretty good hand. We'll keep that. And if you're new to the game, you can ask questions if you just want to like hang out with some nice people. It's been good. It's been really good. I got a Fem Komainu the store champ this weekend. It's a really good feeling. The thing against Paulina, you don't know whether you want a Fem Komainu or you want a Fem DNA tracker. A lot of times it's hard. I'm getting the full Sunday name treatment. So, against Smoke, we want an ice on R&D. Again, once we find out what sort of killer she's on, we can find out the value of Komainu, but that's actually like a pretty good enough ice for R&D. It's taxing, it doesn't end the run. That's probably good for R&D. The question is if we green level clearance, we're going to be on 6 cards in hand, then we'd have to install 2, and I think we can get away with that. That's pretty great. Put that on R&D. Now, keeping cards in hand, a certain amount of cards in hand is better if we have trashables or agendas. Going down to 4 cards right here isn't particularly bad. And they opened with daily casts, which if you ask me, it's like a really... I don't know if I'm too critical on our opponents, but like, it depends what you want to do with the turn. But like, for turn, click 1 daily cast can't be great. If they're going to draw, they could have hit a sure gamble. Maybe they don't want to draw because we are Paulina. Okay, so this represents Tapworm. So we kind of want to ice all our centrals. We can't really do that. Well, I guess now we technically can. And that actually might be worth doing because their money to set up is not great until I guess they play one of their... Yeah, we'll just ice up everything. This card doesn't have that much value against Smoke, so why not? But yeah, they might play Peace in Our Time. They probably do, and that's it. Smoke Knight in the casual lobby. How's it going, Jim? I find it hard not to Fem Komainu regardless of whether there's actual better options because it's free. It feels really nice. Shit. Well, there's the AI, so the Swordsman actually has a lot of value right now, and it looks like they're going to go to run Centrals. This needs 2 stealth critics, though. So they can't actually pressure anything that soon. And we're pretty good. We just want an end the run ice or something. Scarcity is actually really good here when they're on 3 credits. The thing is, if we do lose the Future Perfect, it's going to suck. But it's a 1 in 3 and then another 1 in 3 on the side game. And I'm pretty sure that Smoke just about always runs Film Critic. Most builds do. So let's just get our big money so we threaten big ice. I've been playing Underweight Grid a bit just to stuff Fem. Dr. Apathy, I think more people are playing Underweight Grid now than ever because people are afraid of like those GPI net tap decks, D-res effects, stuff like that. So it's probably more popular than ever. Generally, Smoke also does run currents and does run a fair bit of resources. For sure, she's running Net Mercur. Probably for sure, she's running Beth, Kilrain, Chang. 2 more daily casts is a safe bet. So this is going to get some good value because Smoke isn't that strong in the early game. She needs to set up. Needs to get all her stealth credits down. Needs to get her breakers. Yeah, those are not super fun. I have no doubt they're not fun. I don't know if they're really competitive yet. We played one of them on the channel. Okay, now Divey threatens things. We have the baddie. We have the Musashi, which is good, but we don't have anything to punish it with. If we draw once more, we have nothing really to do besides play the hedge fund. We could put Musashi on HQ, but we don't get a lot of value because even if they spend 2 cards stealing this, not a big deal. Counters exposed too? Yeah, I think it's both. I got third in SC going 1-3 as a runner, so I gotta be happy with that. Hey, congrats, Jim. What were you playing? I wish cards like Underway City Grid had more value and they weren't just like direct silver bullets. If they did something cool too, right? You know, like if you advance a card, gain a credit, and then they had like additional silver bullet magic to it. That ability that I just said is busted, but if it was like, here's 1 recurring credit to advance a card or something like that. This is actually a pretty good value piece of ice here when they're running with 6 cards in hand. I guess, because they don't want to draw right now. So they might actually consider breaking this, and it's relatively expensive. It's like 2 to 5 credits. The worst axis here by far, well, besides stealing the agenda. Oh, wow. 2 to break all subroutines. Joke's on us. Hold on. 2 credits? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what they get. They hit the baddie. Shit. I was rewiring brains in a Nexus right now. So the baddie is a really good hit for them. Baddie is a very scary card. A Jinteki region, isn't there already a card that gives you back a credit? Yeah, it's in the server. It's really bad. And they just paid 3 credits for this, which makes us feel good. You're thinking of a Neo Tokyo Grid, which is kind of butt. Okay, our hand's getting clogged. We need to top deck a piece of ice so that we can do install. And we didn't, which is really bad for us. We can always put this on HQ or R&D. But otherwise we're going to be throwing out cards, and that's not good. I guess we could just do value Neural right now. It might make our deck look scarier, but we don't really have any play right now. Like, the best we can do is install Ben on R&D just to forget about him, and they might think it's something else, and then Neural for value. Otherwise we're going to be discarding cards, and we already have such a big credit lead. Neural value gets a Proco. Not like they're going to play it. It's going to cost 7 credits, but this is not bad. Aren't you set up for the punitive kill? They need to steal an agenda. But yeah, we largely are. We actually could have just installed advance this. I think that's right. I have no idea why they didn't trash baddie. There's a chance they're playing against Wake Up Call. But yeah, install advance. We could have just gone for the future perfect. Install advance. Install advance Ben Musashi. There's so many ways that we could have gone right there. And it looks like they're using their SMC, which is going to put them further behind. So I'm happy with that. Hey, Defcon, what's up? What kind of Paulina? This is the deck list of the week. Hosteroid is telling me to install the agenda. I think that's totally right. And they brought out the breaker again. This is the second time we've seen it where people are spending money when they don't need to spend their money. Like, self-modifying code, unless you're playing around best defense, doesn't do anything. Right? Like, you can use it whenever you want. So now they went down to 3 credits. They have these 3 stealth credits they can only use during a run. But we can basically install Ben Musashi, install Future Perfect, advance. And I think we win. It's going to turn the current off, which is the worst thing. 3 times baddie seems odd in a deck, doesn't have any trash program ice. End the run is just good enough. Because, Oosh, if you have to run through a data loop twice, if you end the run after they pass the data loop, it's way worth better than trash program subroutines. Trash program subroutines are actually really bad in the meta right now. Almost everyone and their dog is running Sacrificial Construct or Heap Breakers if they're playing Anarch. Why are they playing Clot? I have no idea what's going on here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I don't know if I'm missing something. They might just be new enough, but that's not a particularly great play. It's a streamer who plays good decks playing a good deck by a streamer who plays bad decks. I gotta bounce, needing to go sleep for work. I look forward to watching the whole stream tomorrow. Happy hunting. Thanks, Alice. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Hopefully it's a good one. That play was so audacious, they probably just didn't want to interact with it. It seemed pretty nuts. Damon Stone should install the agenda. All right, they're going for it. If we res this, we hit them for some money, but we want to keep our money for the other thing. So we'll just res Ben Musashi once they commit. Hey, Menafaction. Andre, what do you send girls on the online dating sites to get the numbers from them? What does that possibly mean? Action before access. Well, res Ben. I don't know what that means. How often do you see Film Critic being played at the moment, Andre? I think it's the most popular card. It's definitely the most popular, what's it called card? The one, the one. Oh, shit. Wait. No, we're fine. It's by far the most popular. Ooh, they actually trashed Ben. Well, that's GG. I think it's the most popular restricted card. So we just have much more money than them. Punitive. We don't have to boost the trace here. And then we just do archive punitive. And the deck did what we did. Everyone in YouTube chat saying restricted card. That's what I was struggling to say. So they installed all this stuff that didn't really matter. They went down to so low credits in the early game. They're playing a control deck. You can let us have the first 3-point agenda. It's not that big of a deal. If that was an Obakata, you didn't want to run it anyways. Unicorns. GG. Film Critic wrecks all my decks. Yeah, that's not... let's just actually go for the Neural EMP. That's more fun. Hey, good game. Thanks for the game, eh? If you don't have 2 cards to place on the stack, can you pass data loop? Jim, that's a good question. It depends what the card says. Let's go check really quick. When the runner encounters, he or she must add 2 cards. No, it doesn't end the run if you can't do it, so you're fine. If you don't have 2 cards, you're fine. You can pass it. I'm a recent player and just want to say thank you for making me want to play this awesome game. Oh, that's so cool. Falduin, welcome to the game. You made a really cool decision. This game is absolutely cool. If you're able to play out in the community or just online, people are great. If you have any questions, if you're new to the game, feel free to ask. Hopefully the channel's been serving you well enough. But welcome. They're the reason we do this sort of stuff, huh? Film Critic is so weird. It lets you skip part of the game. Stealing agendas is what runners are supposed to do. Defcon, I 100% agree with you. If there's any card I could change right now, we barely touched our decks. Yeah, we didn't. It would be Film Critic. I think for 1 influence, for 1 install cost, and its downside is just way too minimal. Ciao. It's very hard for the corp to capitalize on the runner losing 2 clicks. It's very hard because they can still lose 2 clicks and contest a remote server. Let alone that doesn't matter in most other matchups. We'll do another game like this. I just wish it was maybe you had a one-time use and the Film Critic trashed herself. I wish it was... There's so many cool ways to make that sort of ability have counterplay. And the way that they printed it at a 1 influence, 1 install, fire, forget, install, forget card really screws up so much shit in the game. It really screws up so much shit. I really don't like Film Critic. I'm okay for the moment, but thank you. It's been a great help to see people stream their games. Well, hey, have a seat. Enjoy it. Hey, so NW Gamer is in the YouTube chat, if I'm not mistaken. So they know what we're up to. Let's see how this goes. Geist. Cool. Geist is actually really good at dealing with our deck because Geist can draw during his turn, so he's very hard to punitive, let alone he has Link and a lot of money. That being said, we do have Jank's Pavilion, which is a very strong counter to Geist. We also have Miraju, which is very good against those spy cameras, so this hand's worth keeping. I wish we had more money, though. What else are you wanting to play tonight? Decks, that is. I built some HB stuff using Ginger Grid. I want to explore the new data pack. We didn't do that enough. Thanks, you too. We spent too much time playing with origami last week, and that went... Well, if you saw the stream, you kind of saw how that went. No econ in hand, that's kind of rough, but we definitely want to ice up R&D. And we want this for the remote, because it's the most taxing. And we just want to keep our credits going. That being said, Geist draws a lot, so we're going to be getting a lot of credits for sure. All runners can draw during their turn. I meant during our turn, excuse me. If we had like that current, oh man, you hurt Geist so badly if you can play Scarcity Resources turn 1, because its entire economy is based on resources. The runner only has 1 card from the group. Yes, as the effective does not stipulate if able. Yes. They've been changing how cards work right now. Oh, they actually paid 3 credits or 2 credits to draw 3 cards. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, couldn't resist. I don't mind. I think that's funny. Film's influence is so low you'd have thought it was a criminal card. What's up? Andre talked me into slotting Snatch and Grab. Snatch and Grab is hard. It doesn't make a lot of sense in punitive decks because you already need a credit lead. You see, this is how good Scarcity is in these decks. Beans. Well, we just found it. Yeah, we're playing Ginger City Transactions, something like that. Advanced Sports Opera Daily Business Show. I don't even think this deck has advanced sports opera. We're doing like something really absurd. And they're using the planet to install Fall Guy, so we missed our scarcity window there. That kind of sucks. But if they can run HQ, the remote does nothing. I still think we just want to get our credit lead up, so we can put this in a new remote, I guess. It's weak to bank job if we don't want to run it. I think we just play this and click for credit. And if we had this another turn before, like, that is 7, 8 credits that we would have still them down. Hey, Power Guides, different days stream. We don't got it Thursday. Playing off-campus apartment for 2 credits. There's nothing that they can afford to play on top of it. I think they didn't realize we played the current and they just snapped that down. We'll see. But yeah, this gets us so much value. And Geist probably only runs 1 current. He could be on employee strike, but he's much more likely to be on a Levy AR lab access to flip his deck around. Otherwise employee strike, but largely maybe wanting 1 copy of Freedom. That's what that card is called? Yeah, there you go. Freedom through Equality. And he paid 3 credits, so like scarcity already did its work. I don't actually mind installing advancing this, but I want to get our credits up, and the next turn we can install advance. And if they hit it, we'll let them have it, right? Like if they want to use their Maxwell James on this, so be it. They already paid 3 credits for nothing. This guy's generally in a good spot in the current meta. Was always fun, but I'm really out of loop on meta decks. It's tricky to play. Geist has some really strong weaknesses built into him right now. The fact that if you don't keep a Fall Guy around and you use off-campus apartment, you're incredibly weak to best defense, which is actually kind of popular. I think the biggest thing with Geist is he struggles against assets, and asset decks still largely do exist. He's also not that good against fast advance unless you play specifically if you play things like Thesaurus. This card's actually not that good if Geist can draw during our turn and their turn, but let's go for it. Geist is not bad. Geist is always okay, but he just can't deal with assets, which sucks. It's also if the decks are really rushy, like a lot of acid decks are right now, he struggles on the basis that it takes him a while to set up. Because he has to have a lot of moving parts. And right, if we just top deck a best defense, you know how crippled his economy is? We're not going to win in the late game. Like, his economy is really strong. He's getting 2 credits every turn, so, like, punitiving him is going to be impossible. We probably should have just rushed an Obokata, because I don't think he's going to contest this. He might. I don't know. Sometimes they run 1 copy of Inside Job. He could also just, like, run HQ. Sports Opera makes him very hard to punitive. Fuck. And we spent so much money just to get this stupid card. It's way too expensive. Advance. Res. Yay, we did it. We got 1 point. And their hand size is really big. So the way that they use their Sports Opera is probably not the best in this matchup if they know we're on punitive. If you keep a single Sports Opera on the table, you will never be punitive. It's impossible. And they've used 2 Sports Operas already, but they might just be setting up. Guys, plus the source didn't turn out that well the other week. To you or to me? I really like Geist in the source. Oh, okay. Well, they're going really deep into economy. They spend 2 influences on this, which means if they trash a card, they get an extra credit. And they're going to be trashing a lot of cards. So you can get some value from that. I'm not the biggest fan of this card. I feel like you're double dipping into something Geist is already good at, which is making money. And you're just making more money now. This card's also really cool too. Luckily, we do have green level clearance to get around it minimally, which is fun. Okay, like a single best defense, right? Like that's a really big issue. So they're gonna start the turn with 5 credits. If they trash this, it's gonna be 7 credits. So like it's so hard for us to get a credit lead, and we didn't draw enough economy. I don't think Geist is running Bank Job. This card's actually worth putting on the table. The thing is, like, the slower we go, like legitimately just the slower things are gonna go. He's probably holding on to good cards too. So like just putting the Obokata in there is probably good enough. We don't have to score it, I don't think. And they also used the Spy Camera on our turn instead of their turn, so we got an extra credit because they drew a card on our turn, so they have to slow it down. Oh, it helped to fuel the Atlas train? Yeah, Beal and Atlas don't care. And Calling in Favors is coming out for 5 credits. Abagnale is down. They can bypass a piece of ice. Code Gate, and they're going for the legwork. It's honestly not that great here, but they actually might be going for 2 servers, and they're going to see the punitive most likely. This is actually really relatively well positioned. Right? Like, they're spending a lot of money on this. And we play the side game, they can play 1 credit to draw 2 cards. Oh, they're actually breaking all of them, so that's really good. If they steal this, we can probably kill them. Oh, they actually can't steal the Avocado. Yeah, running with 3 cards in hand is a huge mistake against Jank. You see? They access the Avocado, they can't steal it. Jank's Pavilion. And let's see what the last one is. It's a Jank's Pavilion, so they don't know we're on punitive just yet, but I think they have been watching the stream, so they do know we're on punitive. They were also in the last game in the lobby. So we can advance this next turn. They'll be on 3 credits. They used most of their burst already. Oh, they're actually checking this. That's fine. It's the 3rd Jank's Pavilion. I don't get it. If they drew with Aki, they could steal. Yeah, they could have fired the side game. But they decided not to play the game. They could have paid 1 credit to draw 2 cards instead of 1 credit to break this. So I think that might not be the best. I guess we'll green level clearance first. It gives us some money. Ben Musashi is relatively cool. We could put Ben Musashi in this remote and advance once, or we could do advance. If we advance it once, it's going to be on table for longer. They don't have a barrier breaker yet. I think we just want to push this, because that puts us on game point. If we score this, we're on 4, which means that every card that we install advance, they likely have to run. The problem, though, with this remote is even if they don't have a barrier breaker, they can just run HQ and then hit Maxwell Gems. Okay. Oh, we stoned them. We robbed them 1 card with a Sports Hopper. We had to react really quickly there. That's really unfortunate. Because they installed the Sports Hopper, which says draw 3, and then we res the Pavilion, and they still just clicked the Hopper because they just didn't wait long enough. And so they only drew 2 cards, which is unfortunate. It's really hard to fix that. That's really clumsy. But they knew we had that. Like, they should have waited for us to play our Pavilion. But that felt like that was, that's my good APM coming in there. It's very important to keep that APM up when you're playing Netrunner online. It's all about, like, fucking staying frosty. Okay, so they basically spent 1 credit to draw 2 cards. Not particularly good. Can they trigger the Hopper before you res? Yeah, actually they could. Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, you are right. They could. They'd have to do it immediately, right? They'd have to say install flip. Yeah, maybe we goof that. Andre Moonlights as an SC Pro. Oh, double punitive. That's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, because it's an instant ability. You're right. They could fire it immediately. But they have to say, like, install firing it immediately, which is awkward on this board state. I should have just pre-res this bad boy. There's no reason not to. Maybe 1 credit matters. But we're going to score this, go on game point. Again, they're going to clips us with money very quickly. We don't need another one of these. We also turned off the current, which is good, because with 3-pointers, that current is very scary. It means steal 2 agendas as opposed to usually steal 3. They might have 1 mad dash. Do you feel like some jank, Andre? Sort of. Depends. And there's the next Underworld context. So they're getting 3 credits a turn. It's going to be really hard to clip them in money. We're going to make them have to play something wrong. Maui's asking, what's your favorite Shinteki ID? That's a good question. I had a lot of fun with Tenon back in the day. With Caprice and then running weird cards with Bandwidth. There's a lot of Shinteki IDs I don't like. That's strangely like an easier way to talk about this. Let's look at all of them really quick. So that's another Fall Guy. Another Scarcity would have been cool. Cards, type, identity, faction, Shinteki. I don't like there's very few actually I like. I like Paulina a lot. I think Paulina and Easy Division are the only ones I like. I used to like PE. Okay, they're running this, which has just a Marcus Batty in it. But if we res this, it's kind of really bad for us because now they can go de-res it with Maxwell James if they run HQ. And that means we'll have to spend 8 credits on this, which is really bad. I think we just lose the Marcus Batty here. It's not worth paying 4 credits to protect the Marcus Batty. That's fine. Potential Unleashed is really good, but I just don't like it. And I played way too many Ag Infusion decks that run IT Department over and over again, and I'm just don't like that either. I don't think it's a lot of fun to play against. There's just a lot of Shinteki IDs that like I dread seeing across the table. Like PU is going to be a grind. Why are they running Archives? Hades Shard is a trash ability, I guess. But yeah, PU is a total grind. IG is a nightmare. And they used a fall guy on our turn. Like, they should definitely do that on the corpse on their own turn so that we don't get a credit for drawing. And we have the data loop, which is good. The problem is, like, we can't afford to res this for 7 if they can just run HQ to de-res it. It's just not a thing we can do. And they're going to eclipse us with money. Like, they're getting 3 credits a turn. Like, this is absurd. Underworld context is kind of nuts. Drip economy on the runner side is why a lot of corps play the fast game modernly, because runners eclipse corps with credits. So we can do install advance here. We want Ben Musashi to do that. Yeah, we'll set up the Ben Musashi turn. And the next turn we can do we can actually just do install advance, but I don't think they'd run it. And then you have to spend 6 cards to steal it, and then we just have to land a simple punitive. I guess this is safer in here. Let's try this. Hey Taylor, what's up? Red Tree looks like it'll be interesting. I don't want to spoil that yet because it's only unofficially spoiled. Or is it officially spoiled now? I think actually it's officially spoiled. It looks super weird. Red Tree looks like it supports acid spam though, which is kind of scary. The deck I linked is a Nisei Division combo kill deck. It's very bad but pretty funny. Oh, Kangomadu. That actually deals with our Kakugo pretty well. You can still probably jam behind the data loop because they're still on the encounter ability twice. That's true. I think we're going to set up for the 2 turns. Yeah, here, Defcon, I'm going to open that tab. It's not loading properly. Here, remind me and I'll look at it during the thing. So Kangomadu... Oh, Jesus. 1 second, I knocked a bunch of stuff over. Kangomadu is interesting for 1 influence. It looks like they're going to go HQ and then threaten the remote. What happened? Fire the side game. And this actually, we want to pay credits on this. Because they need 6 credits exactly to steal this, so we'll pay 1. Oh, they actually paid nothing to draw. Oh, shit. We goofed that really bad. Oh, that's really bad for us. That's... well, no, maybe that's actually what we want, because then they can afford to steal this. And then we kill them. They hit a punitive. Okay, so they know we're on punitive. They should have known that already. Yeah, 1 second, sorry. My Windows goofed up a wee bit. Okay. 1 second. Hold on. Oh. What's happening? Okay, so they're figuring it out, which is good because it gives me a second to, like, get my shit together. They played on the lamb? Well, that's an issue. They also played it, though, on the card that they're likely to trash, which seems like a mistake. Like, that's the 1 card in their rig that they're likely to want to trash. Okay, I don't know how this works. I'm giving up. Famiki Umar and Chana or Psyche Field. So if we res this... and they can't avoid any of these, so they can't actually steal this. If we res this, though, they de-res it. Which we don't want. So we'll just res Ben Musashi, and they can't rerun it. This is good. Okay, chat, we're back up. Is Kangomadu worth the deck slot? 100% I don't think it is. So they trash Ben Musashi, which sucks. They can't steal the Obakata. They have 0 credits, but again, they're going to start the turn with 3. We have a bacterial programming. So we could do advance, gain a credit, which is pretty good for us. The problem is that they can avoid 3 damage. So we'd have to... if they run and steal this, they have to run here. They have to run here. Actually, they don't. The thing is, like, I don't know why they put the Kangomadu on this. Like, that's the worst thing, because now they can't Kangomadu the Kakugo. So they have to run this, which requires a modicum of credits, or they could just trash their Abbing Nail, which makes them gain a credit. How do we do this? We got to think this through. Yeah, I think Inside Job is probably strictly better. Just having a breaker is probably better. Like, a heap, one of their break and enter breakers. So, if we do advance, click for a credit. So they could run HQ. Yeah, that's the best we have. I don't think there's any other play. Hey, Nutty Newfield, what's up? I died an infinite baddie crit combo with Mewtwo. Felt like it was the worst way to lose a game. There were some infinite plays with baddie and, like, some of the weirder cards that put you on the outside of a server. That loops keeps them from having enough cards to steal, right? It does. But they can always draw. Like, they can always just trash their Kongamata to draw. They can trash their Maxwell James to draw. They have a lot of options here. And, like, yeah, this seems like a mistake. Because if they want to get through this, they have to use their Kongamata, which means they lose their On the Lam. Oh, okay, so we just win? Unless they inside job it, then we don't win. Are you going to draw 2 cards, though? Yeah, you're right. They can only draw 2 cards. But I still think that's enough. Like, this thing draws them a card and prevents 3 damage. Like, that's so hard to kill them through. Tough choice, thinking. Yeah, if we put the data loop on there, what do they do? The problem is I was worried they were going to run HQ and then run this. The fact that they ran this is really bad, let alone that they had not a lot of credits up. Like, I think the winning play is run HQ, trash this to draw a card, getting credit, then run this, de-res this, if I do res it, steal the thing, prevent the damage so you draw another card, and then do something else. Like, you have enough money. The fact that they put this on the Lam on the Kongamata is the biggest issue. Because this is meant to be a breaker. Well, they have permanent cards, right? Like, I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense. You just have to put this on any resource. So it could have done the tech trader. Let's see. And this is probably the only way we're going to win is if we go this fast. Because, again, them getting 3 credits a turn seems nuts. It's pretty nuts. I'm just trying to see, like... Can't see the stats on stuff. Oh, they're going for it. Okay. Did 1 damage hit the same old thing? So I think we win. Yeah, we win. Yeah, we win. So we click for a credit, and then we just have to do the math. See, his strength 8. We just have to get one of them to fire. Yeah, I think we can just fire this off. Then he has to spend... Geist has to spend 4. Yeah. It's a double punitive. We'll take it. Home. Oh, what am I doing? Should have broken the cog first run, but oh well. It doesn't change much because I think they couldn't draw at that point. Okay, we're good. I think we got everything up. Oh, what's up, Nutritional Zero? And then this one, we can just put all our money. Which is actually pretty close. Another Olympic gold for Canada. Hey! Casey Sharp just won a gold in Super Pipe. Wait, what? What? Wait, what did we just do? Whoa. Oh, fuck! Maxwell James. Oh, Jesus Christ. We lose. Oh, Christ. Oh, no, chat. Pyrobellum, what's up? Yeah, we just spent all our money. That's not it. That's a huge issue. We totally forgot about Maxwell James. We did the math all wrong. Shasner, how's it going? Oh, fuck me. I don't think we have a way to win anymore. Right? Like, we hit the levy in the same old thing. That's the best thing we got going for us. Maybe they're not playing a second levy. They generally don't play more than one same old thing. So I don't think everything is lost. Want to take back the second punitive? Yeah, probably. Fuck me. Okay, well, we have a hard game here to win. Okay, we got it. I think if they clicked for credit, they would have won. Click twice for 1 credit each. Time to square the bacterial. Yeah, that's a problem. The problem also is they have the second Obakata, so there's not a lot they can contest. The thing is also with Maxwell James, like, this server isn't safe. Right? Because they can just run HQ de-res it. And they're getting 3 credits a turn, so we have to actually, like, play Glacier. Which is not impossible. Like, we get a Marcus Batty in there. The thing is, if they play another Current somehow and then run HQ. And the Miraju on R&D is actually, like, the best thing we got going for us. Because it fights Spy Camera. But now at every point in the game, they have more credits than us. Because they're getting 3 a turn while we do nothing. Generally, they're getting more than 3. Okay, so this play here looks like it's double credit IPO so that we can build the data loop into a Kakugo server. Yikes. Okay, we can dig up. We can dig out of this. We also, that's good that we got rid of the information sifting. Why are they doing that? Oh, they must have misclicked. They probably want to trash this. That's okay, we got another one. So we could, yeah, if they steal the bacterial, there's a chance we find the second punitive. Or we do like hedge fund punitive. But again, they're going to have 1 billion credits. Luckily, they draw a lot. That's another fall guy. That represents 4 credits. There's a forger, which they don't have a lot of tag cards, so like it doesn't have that much value. It does give them more link though, which is kind of an issue. If we draw, they see what we draw, so like having this green level clearance is relatively good. This looks like it's going to become bad, and I think we want to do new remote. If we install this card here, we have less cards in hand. If we install this here, though, we can do it double advance, so we'll take the risk. And they're popping this on our turn, which I think is strictly wrong because it's giving us money. Hopefully they don't run HQ anytime soon. They're likely to run HQ to run this remote, which is the biggest deal. They're also probably running 2 more Kangamatus, so this Kakugo isn't particularly good. We need a 3rd piece of ice on this remote. Yikes. 9 has left the game. That's actually like a pretty enigmatic game. And there's another freedom. That's probably GG. That's likely GG. This is not protective. And I'm going down to 75 instead of 60 is like kind of a big deal. There's no way they play this without running. If they don't run this turn, yeah, that's a good game. They played 2 of these? I find that really surprising. I haven't seen that in the Geist deck in a long time. That's the second one, right? Yeah. Okay. 25% chance. We're the best. We're so good. We are so good. Oh, dang. All right, this is a Miraju, which is actually really clutch right here because it lets us shuffle one of our programs. They could break it. Oh, one of not our programs, one of our agendas, excuse me. Luxac. Oh, man. All right. Draw 1 card. Yes. Shuffle a card. Yeah. If they hit one of the if they hit a bacterial programming, though, I'm going to laugh real hard. And they have enough cards to steal the Obokata. Turning this current off is the biggest thing we could possibly do. Okay. Things are good. Green level means they don't see what we draw. I guess they know what we drew a couple of these. So if we draw, they see the card. Data loop is really good. Hedge fund is better, and it lets us help build this remote. I think we'll just play the hedge fund here. Maybe that's actually strictly wrong. This current is way too scary, though. This current just, like, screws with everything. Calling in favors to gain 6. That's skill. Damara's coming down, so now they can deal with barriers, and they have Lustig. So they're not even running heat breakers. Or not heat breakers, the break and enter breakers. Which makes very little sense to me if they're already putting so much, like, influence into Wasteland, and they're instead running Kangamaru. I don't know. But they only have 2 cards, which is kind of cute. Okay. We probably need a Marcus Batty. Probably need a Marcus Batty. You can also bypass one of these if they don't want to deal with the subroutine. If we draw, they see the card, which seems kind of bad. Also, if they're on deep data mining, we probably want to ice this up again. But like the Kakugo is not going to do enough. We need to turn this off because punitive is useless when this is online. Unless they steal our one like 2-point agenda. I think we have a Flotic in here. If we top like a Gene Splicer, it's really good. We do install advanced events. They have to run it. Credits don't matter that much. I can't draw with the Defector, though. It's really hard to draw with the Defector. Okay. Again, we do have a good answer. Normally, if they have the spike camera, they see the top card of R&D, you're kind of done. But luckily, we do have Miraju. They could inside job the Miraju to win the game. So there's a chance there's value in double icing it. They're running this. I think they actually probably should trash this. Yeah, there you go. So that's all 3 of them. So now the last Sports Hopper, I think they used all 3. Yeah, so it actually doesn't have that much value. Archive memories? Is that good? They can bypass that with Abigail. Yeah, they can bypass any of these ice with Abigail. They can't bypass Kakugo. They can bypass Data Loop to ignore it, but you can't bypass Kakugo. Actually, putting this on R&D is not that good. Putting this on HQ seems better. It might attract them to HQ, which is an issue. But like, if we're assuming that they don't have a second levy, which I think they do, right? They probably have 3 Street Peddlers, that's 3 influence. The 2 off-campus, that's 5. A Kangamaru, that's 6. They probably have 2 more Kangamarus, 7, 8, maybe. They have a levy, 9, 10, 11. So they might have a third levy, 12, 13, a second levy. Trying to save space in that deck, probably. But like HQ is much more scary, and if they see the top card in R&D, they're gonna run once. You could archive for Batty. I think archive for Batty is good, but we don't need to rush that out. I think archive for Batty is probably fine. We could archive Batty and stall. Yeah, it seems good. Yeah, that's probably how we win. And this is not the Neural is not as good as anything else. Actually, the Neural has some value. Is Ice better? I think Ice is probably strictly better because their breakers are kind of expensive. Not 3 levies. Sorry, I meant 2 levies. And they're checking archives right now. I don't know if you need to do that. Maybe. I think they're in such a good spot. Drawing our scarcity is like the biggest deal now. I think we have 3. And the thing with Corporate Defector is, I guess they don't see what we're running. Yeah, we're running 3 scarcity. Like, if we top deck a scarcity, we're in such a good spot. Because they still need 2 agendas. Yeah, I think 2 levies might be standard in Geist. Some lists don't do that. But they're running influence on other stuff. Okay, here we go. They didn't see the top card. Draw a card. Okay, well this is strictly better than that. Now there's 2 bacterial in R&D, which is kind of scary. We're good. You would have ditched the punitive. If we turn off the current, the punitive is fine. And now they can actually make us shuffle a lot. I think we'll actually go put the ice back in. Yeah, we want to put another piece of ice on here. Yikes. Yeah, just the Mirage is an issue. I didn't realize how big of an issue that actually is. And we can't refuse. If we refuse to draw, we still have to shuffle. So no matter what, they force the shuffle. And they're actually running this remote. That's kind of weird. Why would you do that last click? They have 3 linked pretty good gun if you're going to score out. Yeah, I don't care that much. It's all going to be about cards. It's all going to be putting cards on top of the stack and stuff like that. Like, the punitive might be lethal. The thing is, the punitive doesn't matter with this. If they want to break the server, it's going to cost them a lot of money. Wow, they're going in. Oh man, the Neural EMP would have been lethal. Are you kidding me? The Neural would have been lethal. There's nothing they can pop. The Neural would have been lethal. Fuck. Are you serious? And we don't have a net damage subroutine on this to Batty. Yeah, we should get the Neural now, huh? I don't know why they're breaking this. They might as well just end the run. Like, because they can't go through this, they die. Ah, shit. We only have 1 archive memories. Okay, we have 1 more Neural. We have a 1 in 22 chance of winning the game. Oh, why are they breaking? There's no reason to break this. Like, you can't break this. You die if you break this. How's the not swearing going? Fucking well. How did they get through the Coog? Through what? No, through the Kagugo? Oh, they don't. Like, they shouldn't have spent 4 on that. I don't know why they did. Top deck Neural. Fuck. Okay, is this a scoring window? Because these don't matter, right? The problem is if they steal this agenda, they win the game. The Kagugo, yeah, no, they're not. I don't know why they spent 4 on this. So they start the turn with 4 credits. This is one. They can bypass one of these. They can de-res one of these. So they have to only spend 4 credits. So we're technically not safe. Oh, why? No Neural, why? Neural, please. This card's also garbage. I guess this on R&D is the best we have. And we can put something on HQ. This on HQ is okay too. It's better than this. Putting that on the outside though, they've been goofing with us pretty good. Whatever, it's good enough. Yeah, they could have maxed James for sure. But they can still Maxwell James. Fuck, could have had him. Could have had them. And how sweet that would have been if we neuroed them, they went down to 0 cards. And this server seems really taxing. And also the issue is that like if they want to run D-Res this remote, they have to run HQ, which also seems kind of taxing. Now that they've drawn Data Loop looks better. Ideally, if we drew a Gene Splicer, we do install Advance. It's really good. We could also try and draw into a Gene Splicer and show with Corporate Defector, and then next turn install Advance. And they'd be like, oh, that's clearly a Gene. Why not draw for Neural? It's like such a low chance of a draw, right? There's 1 in 20 cards, and we were going to draw, what, twice? So we basically have like a, not a pretty big chance. Put AK on the remote so you can trigger the net damage subroutine. That's interesting. That's probably worth it. Yeah, that's actually probably worth it. Yeah, Ike lets them draw though, and that might be an issue. I think actually the Swordsman's probably better. But I think you're onto something there. Let's draw once. Oh, that's really good. Money is an issue. We can't jam their Maui. If they play properly, they can get into that remote. Because they can trash one of their breakers. They might not be able to do that to bypass if they have it. They're going to have a lot more money. Geist is usually kind of unkillable. Yeah. Okay, so we can spend 2 on this. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, there's the Neuro. Oh, I guess we'll put that one back. Yikes. They might be running a remote now. They might think this is an agenda, which means that we can't afford the rest of Swordsman. The baddies are useless. I think we might have went a bit too low in credits. Because we can't afford to trust everything. And they're going to de-res one of these cards, which just sucks. Paying 1 to draw 2 cards seems good. Maybe they don't want us to draw. I think resing on Mirage was probably bad. Odds are good after the last run that they want to play properly. I don't know. I think they're going to contest this remote. Which sucks because if we can't res the Swordsman without getting the baddie, at least it'll be like a big tempo hit for them. Actually, they can't really run the remote. And they're saying that we're not drawing agendas. Like, I think they just went on R&D. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 2 cameras. So, like, their R&D is pretty good still. And next turn, like, we just click for credits. I'm hoping that they don't have another levy, but we haven't seen enough influence to say that for sure. There's also at this point a bunch of cards that they didn't want to play. Like their next 2 Street Peddlers are dead. They can't afford to play their Street Peddlers because they could hit their second levy, let alone they just want to keep cards. Yeah, Neural is still technically in play. Yikes, this is going to be hard. I just want to top deck a Gene Splicer, and then maybe we win. Thinking, oh, that's all good. It's always fun when they think. The good Netrunner games are the ones where you have to stop and think. I don't mind this at all. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name is Andre. Welcome to the Metropole Grid. Thanks for dropping by. We're streaming on a Monday because Thursday's not going to work. They're actually installing a Street Peddler. Holy shit, that's all their cards. That largely means there's no levy left. Right? Because if the levy gets locked on here, if they don't have another, like, same old thing, they're in a really bad spot. They also gave us a credit, which is really bad. Oh, that's really good. And again, they have no fall guys, so, like, imagine top decking a best defense. So Street Peddler goes into Spy Camera, trashing. They saw the top card of the deck. Again, they have to be able to deal with the Miraju for that to be good for them. And another Kangamaru. I don't think they have a levy? Oh, they're going for it? We need to res this to have a 50-50 on the side game win. 2 50-50s. Yeah. We have to res this. It looks really desperate too, so they will want to run it. Let alone this is kind of expensive for them to break. It's perfectly strengthed. It's actually 4 credits to break this. I think the net damage just fires. and they're going to de-res one of these data loops and they put 2 cards back, we have a chance of winning. They could Kangamato it, but the Trash AO program is actually in the right order. That's lovely. Yeah, they will die to Neural. Yeah, even if we lose this, they'll die to Neural. Oh, they're bypassing it. Fuck yeah. They only have 1 tech trader too. Oh man, this is desperation plays if you've ever smelt one. They will go to cards in hand because they will bypass the data loop. It depends when the timing on this is. Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, if they bypass this, yeah, they'll go to no cards in hand. I think we win no matter what now. This is GG. No, but they'll draw 1 card with the Kangamaru, actually. The Neural doesn't kill them. We have to win one of the side games. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Wait, don't you have to pump? Yeah, they only broke subroutines. They didn't pay to boost strength. You have to encounter data loop to bypass it? No, because this doesn't say a piece of ice you're encountering. It just says de-res a piece of ice. You can do it whenever you want. So they don't. You could run HQ, not run the remote, and fire this. Oh, sure. You just didn't pay enough for the... Use Damar to trash it to bypass Kikugo. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait, what just happened? Wait, sorry. Not sure what happened. So they paid 4 for that. Uses Damar to trash to bypass Kikugo. Oh, the damage just hasn't been done yet. Two cards on top of the stack. Are we good? It looks like we're good. Damar to trash the Kikugo. Oh, to bypass Kikugo. Oh, so they didn't use the Kangamato. Okay, so they're still going to take the damage here. Okay, well, they don't have a barrier breaker. That seems like good. Oh, and they drew a card. That's why. Oh, we can only fire 1 Marcus Batty, though, because it's unique. It's either 0 or 1. And if we still pay 1, we can do credit neural. Why'd they spend 2? Well, we had 1 credit. Why did they spend 2? Wait, what just happened? Did they take the net damage? What just happened? No. We win! Right? Oh, we got their Abigail. So it's credit neural. Why'd they pay 2 on that? We had 1 credit. Oh, that's definitely a goof. The runner's very new. Yeah, for sure. They didn't see that we had 1 credit. This should have been... Oh. Yeah, they're definitely a bit new. They're playing like a pretty technically difficult deck. Cost 1. Okay. I didn't realize you could use only 1 baddie at a time. You can't res trash, res another. Let me think. Oh, actually, no, you could. In this circumstance, you could, but we didn't have enough money. The thing is, you have to say before access, because because it's a quick ability. You're right. You could res multiple. Well, you could res 1 at a time, fire it, then res another 1 at a time, fire it, and keep doing it like that. If it was like an Ash, you can't because it has to stay resed when they access. But for this case, we could have paid 0 for the first one, then res the second one and got a 1. You're actually totally correct. I goofed that. Good game. Oh, that neural came back. Wow, do you have a levy? Because I don't even know if they spent all their influence, right? Like, say 3 Kangamatus, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know what the rest of their influence is. That last card is levy, that's really cool. I basically prevented it from getting damaged by using the data loop. And like, how bad was their deck? There's actually a fair bit of agenda still in here. Ah, there's the one we wanted. Yeah, there's still like 12 points of agenda. You got both levy and simultaneous Obacast deal. I forgot to lay simultaneous down. Oof. You could probably paid 0 both times and won both side games. Yeah, it's likely. Yeah, I guess you can roll a dice at that point. See you around, eh? Cool. All right, so let's play something different. That was the deck list of the week. I built the deck just today. It's probably terrible, but I wanted to try some parts of it. There's like Jinja City Grid, which is a new card that just came out. That seems really cool. This deck used to be a CI deck, and then I built something different with it, and then I kept like bouncing back and forth. To give you the basic idea, this is Jinja City Grid, which says when you draw a card, you may reveal it to install it on this ice, making it mostly free, which is really good if you play a lot of draw cards. So like the best combination is Ultraviolet Clearance, because this card is insane. Now a lot of people are playing this sort of Jinja City Grid combo deck in Asa's group, which is a very good ability because it lets you get more value out of your Jinja installs. And I think that's one way of doing it. I think there's a lot of people already doing it this way, so I want to try something different, which is largely probably not as good. Now, where are we going down a bit into the Jank tube? I actually like this card more than I thought I would. It gives us money and card draw, which is good if we have Jinja. It's bad if we don't, but we'll deal with that. And we're also running another city, which is Surat City Grid, which actually, now that I think of it, is a terrible inclusion in this deck because they have to be in different remotes. Now, I didn't think that was that big of an issue because it lets us free res some of our stuff, but it's never going to free res all of our Jinja City Grid unless we trash the Jinja City Grid. I don't think it's terrible. The idea with Surat City Grid and Brain Taping Warehouse, this is this one by the way, is that when the runner starts their turn, they have 4 clicks. So with Surat City Grid, if you res a card, you can res another Biroid. You can res a card lowering its cost by 2, and if it's a Biroid, you actually lower its cost by 6. And then you can res another Biroid lowering its cost by 6, and so on and so on and so on. There's no way that we're 100% doing way too many things in the same deck. I just want to test out which ones of these work best. This seems absurd. Surat working with Jinja is a stretch at best, but even I think if we get Surat value in a different remote, hey, Netherworld Game, stay for the game too. We might get some value out of this. In retrospect, I built this really quickly and it might not be great, but I want to try it out. I just want to see also how good like just Jinja City Grid into Ultraviolet Clearance is. Now, you definitely need defensive upgrades because we're not playing fast events like a lot of the acid decks are. So this is kind of what we have. And I think we actually can build a pretty compelling remote relatively quickly and relatively cheaply. We also have a Kawa project, which is technically good with Biroids. We're also running Architects of Tomorrow, which might be overkill. We might just want to do Asa to get more influence because we're already running Surat and Brain Taping, so I don't know. You can install Surat over Jinja. Yeah, 100% we could do that, which is cool. But yeah, you're right. Like at some point we might have enough Jinja value that we don't need it on the table. So we'll see. I still think it's good. Like Jinja's good for a really long time. If you're spending 2 credits to install a 6th ice, it's great. But the problem is paying the res costs of everything. And Surat City Grid helps that a lot. It basically reses everything for 2 cheaper. And they already know what all the ice is. So like having a thing with Surat where you pre-res your ice, so they'd be like, oh, I know what your ice is, doesn't largely matter if you already Jinja'd all that ice out. So this is admittedly a bit ambitious and it's doing a lot of things at once, but whatever. Surat can res in any server. It can, but it can't chain in any server. So while we can get Surat res in a single server to res an ice on like R&D, I want to do it like a Surat where you res all the ice on one single server all at once. That's like the domino effect, which will be fun. Yeah, Architects will definitely help with resing, which is good. Defcon says, Jank deck. Yeah, I gotta open that. Refreshing to see purple deck without MCA austerity policy. Yeah, that's another good way to do it, but I think we want to go faster than that. My understanding when counter effects fire at step 3, whether as paid ability windows is at 3.1. Darkling is talking about... If you're talking about the Maxwell James, I don't think it matters at all, because Maxwell James says you can res whenever you want. It doesn't say specifically... it doesn't say when you're encountering a piece of ice, de-res it. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure. Alright, this is a pasted deck that we got. It's on a different screen, so it's not pretty... It's going to be hard to see. But it is playing Fumiku and Hyobu. I don't know if you have enough money in this, my friend. Oh, I guess you have medicals and stuff. This is really bad TV because you can't see the deck. I take it it's Nisei Division, right? Dedicated neural net. I wish I played more of that card. It's really fun. Okay, here. Oh, Abagnale. If Abagnale says bypass, then yeah, you can do it because it's on your turn. Kentucky.net. New Corp decks, Surat, Jinja. That's a very, very good name. And if anybody says different, you know where the door is. Yeah, let's try it out. Got way too many stuff going on. If we agenda flood, we agenda flood bad. I guess that's why we have a DBS, which works nice with the Illegal Arms Facility. It works nice with all the other draw cards we have. And we have a fair bit of draw cards, considering we want to draw a lot with Jinja. It's no dance breaker, that's for sure. Hey, Tobel. So Tobel knows what's up. Let's see. How's it going? Why are these all white? These used to be green. Best of luck. Have fun. All right, so this hand is okay. We want a Jinja. We don't have any ice. Sorry, any agendas, which is kind of good-ish in the early game to set up. I guess we have enough ice. This deck used to have Fairchild 1. Like, not Fairchild 1, but just like Fairchild, Fairchild. I think I took that out. That's a shame. I think we can keep this. We can do Ice Ice, click for a credit, and then next turn UVC maybe. Cheers. All right, let's give it a shot. Andre's such a troll. Why am I trolling? Surat Architect Warehouse. I used to play like, yeah, Surat Architect, Surat Warehouse decks back in the day. I really like Brain Taping Warehouse. This deck is running Surat Friends. Yeah. Wait, is this one of... This looks like a deck... I played a deck like this on the channel before. But this says Friends, right? Like, it's a legal deck. Gingerbread Houses. That's a good one. It's just a matter of time before that shows up. Oh, that's actually really good too. Now, we want to dump cards out of our hand. 2 ices is the best against Architects of Tomorrow. And I don't know how much pressure they can put on R&D, but I'm scared of it, so I'm going to put that there. Now, on HQ, we want this probably for the remote. It's actually kind of a shitty piece of ice. I hate Eli 2.0. Eli 2.0 is garbage. We'll put this on HQ and hedge fund. Next turn, we have a chance of playing our UVC. We might want to wait until we get a Jinja. There's 3 of them. That's fine. It's a terrible Jiteki deck with House of Knives and Jinja, just for the pun. Count it. Yeah, pre-rotation. So, same old thing. Magnum Opus is the restricted card. That's going to be a lot of money. We're building a remote server, and they need money to contest it, so that's pretty good. They already have the Code Gate Breaker, which is really scary, but at least they're not an employee strike. We could, if we play this, we draw 4 cards, install 1, which is basically like drawing 2 cards, which is fine, right? Because we trade this for 4 cards, so we're at 6 in hand, and we install 1. Yeah, we can do this. And we got the Surat, which is cute. This is a good end the run because it lets us score the Kawa behind it. I did my math wrong, it seems. And Eli is the worst ice. So we'll get rid of it. This hand's not looking too hot. They lost a Maw. Maw is kind of really scary. Especially, like, a Maw is a reason why we don't want to do an unprotected daily business show. That being said, a lot of times in Architects of Tomorrow, you can protect your assets with Ice AU Res for cheap or free. So it's not that bad. And we can install this. We don't even have to advance this if we want them to waste a turn. And the Hacktivist is coming out, which does... It's not great. It's not the best. Okay. I think this is probably safe enough. They might run it. It's relatively expensive. They could break this, click through this, which is kind of scary. I don't know if they will try, considering they only have 1 breaker. This is kind of like a bluff thing, right? Like if there's an Architect in here or a barrier, they might want to hit it. They have a paperclip now, though, so they might want to actually run this, and I think they can get through. Luckily, we won't spend a lot of money resing this. Our deck is not doing what we want it to do currently. It's far from it. So they have a Knifed, which I'm so glad we threw out that stupid Eli. Turning Wheel. And luckily we're going to be able to score this. Turning Wheel is scary, but most of our ice isn't just strictly end the run, at least on our central servers, so it's hard for them to farm it. And they have all their breakers now, so we're going to have to play a game of bluffing, which we don't have NGO front or anything like that, so it's actually kind of hard to do. Best thing right now is that they have 2 Maws in the bin, and this takes up 2 MU, so it's going to be hard for them to get their whole rig out, and we really need the credits on this bad boy. So let's go make some sales. Turns out the Hacktivist 2, which is cute. That means they're not playing Levy if they're running Magnum Opus. What the shit? Wait a second. What? Ice Carver is really good. It saves them 3 credits every time they hit a Fairchild. That's a pretty good thing. We have a Maryland campaign, which is good for a bait. We could put Surat City in there as well in server 1 because we don't have the Jinjo. We might as well do this. I think they'll run central servers, but this actually looks like something you might want to deal with. They have the ability. 17 credits, a stim hack, this remote. Do it. And he lost Frantic Coding and Amakua. Yeah, there you go. That's the stim hack we called. So that's a problem though. Actually, Surat City does not work well with our ability. Because this is when we res, this is when it passes. No, this Surat City is really bad. Yeah, this is not great. Like, we would have to res this now, because we can't res it before they pass. Why'd they do credit minus minus? Huh? Will it work to res centrals? Yeah, but we don't want to do that. Like, we want to keep an even amount of cards. Wait, hold on. Y minus minus. If they're playing Trope, it's way too slow. It can't be both of them. It has to be one of them. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, we could do both. Yeah, why did they subtract twice? Is there a better Byroid Barrier than Eli 2.0? Naja is the only one. Marcus is relatively bad in terms of the numbers, but Naja is actually really good. It's like not bad. If I had to force the runner to pay 2... Oh, sweet, of course. So this cost them 6. It's still a pretty taxing server. This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 usually. That's relatively good. That's why people are playing Stimback. Andrew Hicks, how's it going? Yeah, they paid 2. I totally forgot this ice, what it did. And they actually clicked through 3 of that, which means if there's an Akawa in here, they can't steal it. So clicking 3 instead of paying 6 is actually wrong. I think it's strictly wrong because they can click for 6 and you might as well keep your 6. Like, they're spending basically 6 instead of clicking this 3 times. And I don't know. I don't think that's right. I don't want to res the Maryland campaign. A credit discount to res all 3. Yeah, well, I just don't think we can afford to do all of it. And this server's, they're always able to contest it. We need another piece of ice. Luckily, they're going to run out of decks soon. And like, even if they don't want to click through this, like, they can do other things. They can draw and stuff. Like, I don't think clicking through this is great. The DBS might actually be worth putting in there. We can put that in a naked remote, and it's so hard for us to trash a naked remote once it's up, and then the maw will be an issue. They did trash 2 maws though. If they're running the 3rd maw, that sucks. Stimac lost the knife, which is good. And we have Brian Stinson, which is going to be very hard for us to get value from, but if we do, it'll be cool. So what do we do here? What's the play? Putting this on server 1 mean they might want to run it, which is really good for us. It'll keep their tempo down. And I think we just need more credits. If we wanted to draw, we should have done it early in the game. But the chance of us drawing an agenda and not knowing what to do with it. Oh man, this deck is going really good already. Yeah, they're actually on Trope. No way. And they lost it too. Icing our Archives is also pretty good if they have a retrieval run, which we haven't seen one yet. And they're definitely on retrieval run. If they're running Amakua, you probably run one. They're also on Beth, which is a card that can't recur. Ooh, Bagat's coming out. Okay. That's always a scary one. This is a 5 credit break. We can res Fairchild for a lot of money. Put a Kawa in advance twice. Yeah, it's probably good. And they'll trash the Ash. They hit the Kawa right now, so long for that. But if they do something not tempo positive here, we can get Brian Stinson. Oh, of course they Magnum Opus. So HQ is probably how they want to win. We get to res this for free on Archives. We might as well. It puts 2 cards though in R&D, which is in HQ, which is pretty bad. There's no way for us to set up for this. Actually, if we can set up for this. Yeah. Oh, if we res this, we can. Maybe CST and remote in advance. They can still contest the remote though. They just don't know what these cards are, so maybe there's a chance. Yeah, I think Naja is better than Eli too. I think honestly it is. Satyr is the best, and we took Satyr out of this deck, unfortunately. It's such a good card right now, because people aren't good at barriers. And there's the Femme Fatale, which is more influence, let alone the card they want to retrieval run, so having an ice here is pretty good. And they're going for the Spooned. I think that's a fine reason to res the Ravana. The Fairchild is more taxing than Ravana. We're about to watch out, they're on a lot of cutlery. Satyr is so good in Jinja. And they're not going to pass this one, doesn't really matter. That's fine. Not all your ice has to synergize. Yeah, I think it's like, because we haven't found one of our brain taping, I think our deck just isn't good. And again, they're clicking twice and accessing, well, I guess they're accessing with no money, but I guess they just don't have money. But like their clicks are way more than that. We lost the Naja and they accessed something else. Okay, well, this is good. So at least we can Brian Stinson here. So we can do the UVC. Seems good. Rip. So we can get some good value here. We have the brain taping, which is relatively cool. So we can install a card here. The Ichi's not that great. I guess we can trash the Magnum Opus so they have to deal with it. And they have very little money, so this is definitely what a scoring window looks like. So we could install this. Then we can do advance and then play a hedge fund from our grave. So I think that's good. Okay, we got a good enough amount of value there. So it's unlikely for us to want to second the UVC anytime soon because our hand is full. I think we can just go throw that one out. And I don't know. Daily Business shows technically more value than brain taping. We have probably what we need up. Oh wait, we were meant to put an ice on there. This server kind of sucks. I tell you what, my network exchange deck is looking better and better. Hey, the counter tech. The counter tech. And I don't know why they don't run this, actually. This is a huge misplay. We were meant to ice that up. I totally forgot we didn't ice that up. This server is like totally open. Yeah, oh man, that's terrible. Kongomata gets around Satyr too. I don't think it's worth slotting. Yeah, Fem handles it well, but like in a rush deck, it's pretty good. Like to get 9 down, Brandon. Like paying 9 just to deal with that barrier is hard. With only 5 cards, they could have Spoon the Fairchild. They needed 6. Maybe they forgot they needed to break all the subs. They probably did. I didn't realize that. I just assumed that they had enough money. Yo, Steven, what's up? They have been making mistakes. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they have Stimhack, actually. That's worth playing around. They lost the retrieval run, which is pretty good. That's their last maw now, so actually spamming these assets out is looking pretty good for us because they don't have the credits to contest it. We need to put the Ichi on that server 100% because if we trash their Magnum Opus, that's their entire economy. I goofed that pretty hard. We should have just put the Vitruvius in there and iced it. Advancing it was a pretty bad thing to do. Personally, my best meta busted out on schedule maintenance in Leela versus all the Jinja decks. I think on schedule maintenance is actually relatively good right now, especially in Leela, especially with Fisk, especially with Jinja. It's time to shine before Criminal gets the new current, which is like absurdly good. So enjoy that like 2 weeks. The new Netrunner pack comes out next week in North America at least. Yeah, we goofed this up. This is not right. Ration from YouTube chat says Director House Pat Project. This card's really fun. It's really cool. It lets you build some dope-ass remotes. And unless this is an Akawa project that we're somehow bluffing out, there's no reason they should run it. Maybe they think it's an NGO front. People are playing that. March 1 release date, yeah, for FMG website. So the new pack is going to be coming out soon. We'll definitely be unboxing that one. I think we'll figure out how to get the time in there to do that. If you're just tuning in, by the way, how's it going? My name's Andre. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, they're magnuming up. Yeah, Leela is a ridiculous ID. She really is. She's very good. And there's the stim hack. Yeah, we totally goofed this up. We goofed up all over. We just basically gave them a free agenda. It's going to let us Brian Stinson again. Oh, we got to let Reza free Byroid. Oh, good. Great. This ability is good. What's with the Monday night stream? VK, what's up? We are going to be out of we'll just not be here on Thursday, so we're streaming this evening. They have 2 cards to steal the Kawa. Yeah, if Leela said first, it would be a lot more balanced. And now they're on game point, which is such a big issue. We're going to be able to Brian again. Actually, probably not. No, because they can just Magnum. Yeah, no, that's fine. So 2 stim hack out. DBS looking good. They have 6 credits. The thing is, like, now the Ichi play isn't so nice. Because even if they break it, we can actually tax at their MU, right? This is good. Why are they stimulating? Yeah, they're stim hacking. So they might not go for this. They have 6 credits, but another stim hack would be really cool. They lost the next paperclip. But without any MU in their deck, right? Like, this ordering is really cool, because if they pull out their Barrier Breaker, we can trash something else. Then they need to pull out their Sentry Breaker. I guess they just let this one fire, but trashing 2 programs is a problem, because they lose their Magnum, they lose the game, probably. Not exactly with Turning Wheel. Not just really bad on the Central server, mind you, right now. Eli's 2.0 is technically better, still not great. They break Eli 2.0 for 2 credits with Ice Carver. 2 credits. How did they print that ice? The big boy was saying in StimHack Slack that elective is better than standard 7x2 2x3 agenda. Elective is better in a standard 7x2 plus 2x3 agenda suite. I'm not sure what you mean, VK. Alright, they have a chance of winning here. Oh, wait, we could res something. Actually, yeah. Why not? Bagat fires, hit a brain taping. They might try and win on archives. They have 2 turning wheel counters. That's actually pretty scary. Do we score this? If we score this, what does she do? HQ and or archives. Protecting a server one at a time. Create a new remote server. Yeah, that's worth doing. Advance. Score. Yeah. So we can build the super server. You let 2.0 is proof that some people peak. Brain taping is actually not that necessary. Having Ash in a new remote is kind of cute. It's not particularly great. We'd want it in this remote. It's technically a scoring remote, but we've already spent too much time on this. And I think we want to put 2 pieces of ice and put a daily business show, because maintaining our draw is really important. So I think we'll do Naja, Ravana playing this. Actually, playing the daily business show is also kind of bad, because it makes the HQ a 1 and 3, which if they build their turning wheel tokens, they can really capitalize on. So I don't actually want to install the daily business show. I think keeping it in hand is probably fine. I think building another scoring remote is fine. They don't know what these cards are, and there's a lot of value in that alone. Like, they might have to run this. Right? Like, that looks juicy. 2 ice on the agenda from HQ, they can totally do it, though. Like, if they have another stim hack, we lose the game. And they're definitely running 3 stim hack. Not everything the big boy says is right, regardless of volume. I think that's, yeah, that's worth saying. He's a good player, but he's not ineffable. So 7 2-pointers and 2 3-pointers. Oh, as the 3-point agenda? I think that's largely true. I do like, I'm not sure if people are playing around this one yet, and we had a lot of Byroids. Yes. So there's some value in that, because people click through your ice. But in other fast advanced decks, like I think all the Asa group decks are playing elective upgrades a lot more, because it is a win condition. And they lost their rebirth too, which is kind of cool. We're not actually particularly weak to any rebirth right now, because we did ice archives preemptively. This actually Ash is actually relatively good. Like, we could hedge fund, install. Honestly, I think it can be as good as self-protecting agenda. Well, it doesn't self-protect, right? So, like, if your servers are open in the early game. Also, fast advance is, like, a hard thing in your meta. Oh, man, they're doing it. This is only 3 to break. Again, this Ice Carver putting in a ton of work. I get where certain people act like what they say is 100% right all the time, even though I always do it. Psych the Byroid to res. So we can res the Jinja for free. I guess there's value in that. And now they need to pull out their Barrier Breaker and break it, which they can't do. So they have to click through it. Okay, so now we lose the Ash, which sucks. Resing it is stupid because it doesn't do anything. But and they also, if they trash it though, we do get to Brian Stinson, which is cool. People index last run, last click a lot. What? No, why? What? Sorry? They index last run, last click? It seems not great. So we're going to have a lot of money, which if we had another Ash, if we top deck an Ash, we're in a really good spot. They throw out a feedback filter. That's one influence. Is that better than the resource? I don't know. So they have 3 credits. They can make 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can install this in here. Install Daily Business Show in the remote. And then Brian Stinson. And it basically comes down to whether or not they have a stim hack. Also, mind you, they can let all of this fire. This ice doesn't matter. This ice matters. They need to be able to break this for 6. So they could definitely go 2, 4, 6 run. No, I think we have it. I'm not spending enough time doing the math here. How much money we have doesn't matter this much. Oh wait, no, we only have ultraviolet clearance. We don't want to play ultraviolet clearance, do we? Actually, no, we do. We can get an Ash. Fuck it. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, do we? Yeah, we don't have Ash in archives. All right, well, there's 2 agendas in HQ. That's an issue. We can put a Loki on HQ. Make it a barrier. There's some value in that. And do we throw out a Vitruvius? Do we just throw it out? I don't think we throw it out because they probably want to run and check with Bagat. Yikes. That could have gone better. Film Critics disable so many cool cards, 100%. I wish they added more ways to deal with defensive agendas instead of having them all in one card, yeah. I 100% wish they did too. I wish that there was just more play with Film Critic. Maybe she was a one-time use. There just needs to be more counterplay. I tried to make a click deck, tracking deck with the common strongbox. Yeah, and then someone plays Film Critic, Saraknar, and then it's all over. It is entirely over. SSL doesn't get any credits when scored through Film Critic? No, because it says add 9 credits when stole or scoring. Toss the hedge. Tossing the hedge isn't terrible. I want to toss this if they run HQ, trash this, and run again. But you're right, they're probably not going to do that. So tossing the hedge is strictly better because not only do we probably want a card that we can jam into agenda if it comes to it, but then it lets us Brian Stinson it. I think Dataki, you're totally right. Tossing the hedge is better. And now they got a good choice. SSL is pretty good. SSL is really good also in like acid spam shit because they don't plan to score the thing. 9 credits is a fair bit of credits for free. All 3 Jinjas. Hey. All 3 Jinjas in the bottom 17. Not great. Froze for a second there. Seems good. Man. Also, like these Vitruviuses, I think they were first and second card on R&D. So if they dig 2 turning wheel. Treasure Ross, how's it going? Maybe we saved ourselves from that play. Oh, shit. I totally thought if we score this, we win. For some reason, I thought if we score this, we win. That's not how it works. We're on game point, though. Maryland is better than Hedge Fund. Actually, no, because I'd rather play the Hedge Fund. Actually, we can just win next turn on Biotic, so I don't feel bad about that. We actually probably should have just Biotic'd out that turn and left this remote. I think we definitely fucked up. Yeah, I don't know what we were doing. If we Biotic that out, gone to 7, they might not have thought there was an agenda in the remote and just left it. Not raising the DBS, I don't think was a goof. Because now they might consider running it. I'm doing good, thanks. Have you considered localized product line to tutor the grids? It's 3 influence and 4 to play. It's much better in a deck like CI or a deck with better economy. I think it's possible. I'm not a big fan. I know people are playing that with good effect, but our deck doesn't need Jinja to be good just because we have this Architect's ability. I'd rather put another Ash in, I'll be honest, because Ash looks really good when we build a taxing remote very quickly. And have a modicum of credits. Mind you, this Brian's a 1-of in the deck, and we found it and did a lot of work. So maybe we need more of this, I don't know. Oh no, it's disconnected? Oh shit, you're right, they did disconnect. Oh, fuck. Hey? We'll give them a second to see if they reconnect. I think we definitely should have Biotic'd out that turn. There's no reason we had to score that remote. If you're just tuning in, my name's Andre. How's it going? Enjoying your Monday, huh? For large parts of the world, it's actually Tuesday. Well, my face is not in the way of things yet, but we'll preempt that. I can't see what my face looks like anymore when we do this because the TV monitor is on the side. So it's weird. I hope everything's fine. How much ice is in this deck? I think it's like 18. Yeah, that worked out. Okay, whatever. It is 16 ice. That's actually lower than I thought it would be. It's drawn surprisingly well in terms of ice. It looks like we got the DC. Tobal is usually in chat. I don't know Tobal if they're there. I can check the list. Yeah, Tobal's in Twitch chat. So, Tobal, what's up? You hear me? Honestly, Maryland doesn't seem great. I think you're right. Maryland's pretty bad. I was thinking of doing Alex Talbot just for the lulz. Seems suboptimal, but pretty fun. But yeah, we have not res the Maryland just yet. It's cool for jamming, but I think actually NGO front would be strictly better than Maryland in this deck. Install Advance when you have like a server. Even if the server is like just these two pieces of ice, it's really good. Been having fun running an IG deck with 9 ice, no bioethics or urban, so don't hate me. It's a genetics themed deck. There's a lot of genetics going around in Jinteki. You considered her as well? Yeah, Alex Talbot. She sometimes heats up. I forget what her flavor text says, but apparently she doesn't work half the time. All right, well, this unfortunately is going to be a leave. I think that actually fucks with our leaving stat. Like our... I don't know if they disconnect. Does that hit our number? Because you have a number, right? Completion rate? It's okay. Okay, how do we change this deck, chat? What's up? Yo, what's up, Jankovist? Secret Monday stream is about correct. So let's make some changes. I know large parts of this deck are already convoluted. That's fine. We can live with that. How do we want to change? I think the Marylands are not that great. I think we want to just put 2 NGO fronts in there. And then, because that's a fun card to test. And then we probably want to put another piece of ice. I really don't like Eli 2.0, but I think we're going all in barriers, Biroids. I think the Surat City grid is terrible. Just concede before leaving. Yo, Tobo, what's up? What happened? I just left like a second ago. Illegal Armistice Factory actually I like a lot because it gives us draw with Jinja. It's just overall like a pretty good card. Oh, it's okay. Jinteki keeps crashing. It's no worries. That happens. Satyr is really, really good. But it's not a Biroid. And I just want to do all Biroids so we get Architect's value. It's probably pretty bad. Satyr's definitely a better option than Eli. I just wanted Biroids. Because then the brain taping warehouses get so much worse. I think we have to do Biroids. Maybe we can do one of them big ones. Is Heimdall too good? It's probably not good. 11 to res, and it's a 7 strength barrier. It costs 6 to break. No, that's not good. Zed 2.0. I think, chat, you're right. Like, this deck would be strictly better if we didn't do the whole barrier thing with brain taping warehouses, which have largely proven to be useless and everything else. But we're going to try it for now. Drop the starts for another Simpson and illegal. These are garbage. These aren't working. You can always roll Marcus 1. Marcus 1's not good. It's just not a great card. Like, Eli 2.0 is technically better because you got a card draw on this one. Actually, no, maybe that's not even true. Is Marcus better? This costs 2 to break. This costs 3 to break. This is only 1 cheaper, though. No, I think Eli's technically better. Waiting on viral weaponization has brain trust using genotyping to recur gene splicer is super satisfying. Satyr is def better. I think, by the way, it doesn't even work yet post-rotation. BTW doesn't quite work yet post-rotation IMO. What brain taping AOT and Surat Heimdall 2.0 is almost cheap. Yeah, we just got to get everything lined up. You triggered 3 times, that's 12 credits worth of value. Yeah, it's a lot of value, which is why I think I don't want to do Satyr Adaptive Barrier. Let's just try this, chat. After we find out that this is definitely bad, we'll just go back to the drawing board and like build a Jinja deck that's like more on theme. Guys, you know what you should play? The Jinja Grid in Egg Infusion. I think there's a lot of good decks for it to do. Oh, hey, we have Sargnar from YouTube chat. There's a lot of decks Jinja's good in. I want to do like mid-range Wayland Jinja. Apex. That's probably a good matchup. Apocalypse is actually kind of scary. This hand's no good. We're not running Turing or anything really bad, but this doesn't have an end-to-run subroutine. What's on it? Best of luck, have fun. Shock 2.0 is good versus Paperclip. Yeah, it's a good one. It's expensive though. And we have the combo, am I right? So we don't want to lose to Apocalypse. Now, Apocalypse turn 1 is unlikely. This actually stops Apocalypse turn 1. Let's just get everything down. Getting this down early actually matters a lot. Going down to 3 credits to res this might be a mistake, but controlling your draw in the early game is better than... Maybe not better than the late game, but it's like really important. Maybe we can get Surret value with this. 2 reses for 2, res another thing by 2. Maybe we just do acid spam with Surret City Grid. Let's go play Wayland. Reaver's out on the table. This looks like it's probably a pawn shop deck. Not like these cards are bad in any other deck. Do we want to res this? I mean, if we res this, we can't play Hedge Fund. We can't play IPO. Okay, retract what I said. We can draw once, click for 2 credits. Oh, that's actually really good. That's worth the money. So now we can do the combo, right? Now with Surret City Grid, we can res all this for like 2 credits. We can res this for 1 credit. So, okay, it's happening. The good thing is happening. And then we can res Daily Business Show for free. Oh, that's not true. We can only res one of them. That's fine. Still pretty good. If we get another Bayreuth in front of R&D, we're fine. So this is 2, 3. We res this for 1, so that's 4. We res this for 2, so it's 2, 4, 5. It's almost all our money. But if they pass this, we res this for cheap. There's something here. You said that last time. What did I say last time? Well, there's something going on here. I actually trashed the Daily Business Show going down to 3 credits. That's fine. Glad we didn't res it, right? And Geofront's looking pretty good in our hand. We can basically spend our whole turn getting 6 credits. It's better if it's behind a piece of ice for sure. Shit. This is not good yet. So we definitely want to do that here, and we just click for 2 credits. It's not unique too, right? So we could put 1 on our... No, that's not great. I guess we want to UVC actually before. We'll throw some stuff out. Like we UVC put a lot of ice on here. No, that's not how that works out, does it? If we play this, we draw 3 cards, putting us on 7, install 1 at 6, we throw out 1 card. I keep doing this math wrong, right? Resing something was worth it, then you decided it wasn't. Well, we got to see how the turn plays out, right? So we trade this card for 3 more cards, for 4 cards, right? So it would put us on 7. We install 1 at 6. I keep fucking this up, though. This card is useless, so this needs to be on the inside. How do I keep fucking this up? How does throwing this card to draw 4 do something different in my mind? Okay, well, we need 1 of these. 2 brain tapings is overkill. I don't think we'll ever need it. And if they run this, it's okay for them. It's free for us. Yeah, I don't think we need 2 brain tapings. That's overkill. And we're going to begin to build a server. 4 cards, not 3. Yeah, but it's like 3 cards because you throw out 1, you play 1 card to draw 4. Right? Am I goofing that? 5 plus 3, but you install 1. So it'd go to 7. 5 plus 3. Oh, because it's, yeah, plus 3, because that, it would, yeah. I'm deleting the card and then adding 3. You're right, I shouldn't. I should delete the card and add 4. Yeah, I've been doing that wrong. Okay. That's cool. Well, I think we got the cool turn now. So, we can go really big here. We can res all these Ravanas for cheap. So check this out. So this is the idea of what you want to do with the brain taping warehouse Surret. So we do this on server 2. We do this on server 2. We do this on server 2. When I would like to take an action before you take your first click. I think we have enough money to do most of this. If you're running brain taping warehouse, you don't want to ban multiple. You do, yeah, but I don't think we need to. It's like the other cards in our hand are strictly better. Okay, so they have beginning turn. So this is what we do. We res Surret. We res brain taping. So now we can res another thing. So we can res the Ravana for free. So now we can res another thing. So we can res the Ravana for free. So now we can do another thing. So we can res the Zed for 2 credits. Oh no, for free. So now we can res one of these for free. So we'll res the Fairchild for free. Yeah, that seemed good. That seemed okay. And this has a really good subroutine on it that doesn't end the run. Like, that's a good server that came out of nowhere. That's the idea. But I think we're doing way too much ambitious shit here with Jinja and Surratt. And now we can, like, jam our NGO front. We can jam in our Ash. Like, that's pretty good value. And if we could do all that at once with Jinja and then install Surratt, which is, like, way too ambitious. It's like, that's the fastest you can set up. Brain taping isn't about need, it's about stupid price reductions. What's up, Onai? Pyrobellum muscle, how's it going? Like, that was a lot of fucking ice. And also the big issue with this is that it makes our Architect's ability useless. So, like, this deck is super convoluted. So I think we can just jam the agenda, but the problem with jamming the agenda is that they won't run it, and I don't want to score this agenda. So I think we actually just jam the NGO front. Otherwise, we could put the Project Vitruvius in and score it for free, because they can't contest this remote. How weak are we to Apocalypse? Not very. And if they're playing Wasteland, like, they probably still are on Apocalypse. We'll just... The Brain Taping Warehouse and Server 2 must be trashed. I forgot about that. That seems acceptable. Okay. Stronger Together, do the math. VK, I think you might be right. Like, the Stronger Together might actually be better to have 3 more influence and just make our buy rights bigger. We did the math. Because, yeah, we're kind of, like, cannibalizing on our ability. That being said, Surratt only lasts so long. And they're dirtling away, you know, setting up their thing. They don't have any breakers. They don't have a really strong economy. They want to get their Reaver shop thing up. They want to get their pawn shop. They need to get their assimilator. Like, there's a lot of cards they need in the proper order for this deck to look good. It looks really good, though, once it's up. It's, like, kind of fun. And it's getting there. And again, I think if they're installing 2 of these, it means they're probably not playing to Apocalypse because you lose a lot of tempo for nothing. So we don't actually have to score the Vitruvius. There's no reason to do that. We could just install advance this, and an empty remote. This could be going better for me. A lot of setup for that virus, huh? We could score this to go down to 2. Seems bad. We could drop. If we drew a hedge fund, it would be strictly good. We haven't played any of our transactions just yet. I think we can just click for 2 credits. Next turn, we can consider scoring this. Actually, probably advancing this once was fine, because it gives a lot of value. Yeah, advancing this would have been fine. Hey, Tokes, what's up? The Surratt isn't there either due to you not drawing it or being trashed. Oh, yeah, the ability is valuable in that case. But we didn't go too hard into Surratt. Like, we could have done 3 Surratts. It's great anti-Ice Carver tech. Yeah, that's the thing, is like Stronger Together is as powerful as Ice Carver, which is just like an Anarch resource. And sure, it's on turn 1, it doesn't take a deck slot, whatever. Hopefully the Apex player is just waiting for an Amakua. I think they're waiting for a Assimilator, Pawn Shop, all that. Everyone's being a bit tongue-in-cheek. That doesn't sound far off from what chat is like. 1 second. Okay, Dirty Laundry for Archives. They see 2 face-down cards, but not the big of a value thing. It's just like an easy mark. But yeah, Chop Bot also would be really good, Brandon. I think you're right. Chop Bot would be draw 2 cards to get 2 credits. Seems good. That's good. I think Icing Our Archives has some value. I think we should do it. And that lets us advance this card once, which seems really safe in their remote. They might actually be playing Interdiction, stuff like that, so Resing the Ash has some good value. If we res it, we also get a free res Fairchild, or in theory, Nausea is free, which is cool. This is Apocalypse turn. I mean, tongue-in-cheek, but in the max game, Ice Carver saved them 3 credits. No, Ice Carver was really good in that game. Like, Ice Carver saved them an absurd amount of money. Like, every Fairchild is minus 3 credits. Oh, Peace in Our Time. Their credits are good. No, I think Ice Carver is really good. I'm just saying Stronger Together has the power value of Ice Carver, which is kind of upsetting for Stronger Together. And there's the Assimilator. Their Pawn Shop is going to come up, no doubt. Let's go res the Ash. Ah, fuck. Let's go score the agenda. They don't have any hardware, actually, so Z 2.0 isn't particularly good, but they have to deal with both of these. And if they click through all of these, which they can't really, a Kawa project's really easy. We should have been going faster, but economy was an issue. I think jamming the NGO front is pretty good. So Assimilator takes half their turn too, which is hard for them to assimilate and contest a remote, especially if it's a Biroid-based remote. I think the Kawa project's in a good spot. They're also unlikely to be run Film Critic. I don't know actually what they'd be running as restricted card. Film Critic is really hard because you have to install it and then assimilate it. It just seems way too difficult. And Turning Wheel actually doesn't give them that much value because we have Punishing Ice. Hunting Grounds also doesn't do much. There's the Illegal Arms Factory, which I don't even know if we want right now. I think we just want to slow roll this bad boy. Again, game 2. Fair bit of into the deck. Haven't seen a Ginger Grid. Don't know what it looks like. It's not even particularly good right now considering that server already has 3 ice on it. Actually, no, it's still pretty good. So this Akawa puts us on game point. We can biotic out the last agenda if we need to. It's very unlikely that they'll be able to stop us. Finding the biotic labor, though, is a one of. Maybe that's why the Illegal Arms Factory is good, but we will flood up before that. Yeah. That's also a really cool thing about this. Yo, Running Parallel. Good evening. How are you doing? Is that in this ability, if you put like I guess Asa actually does it better, but if you put a card down and ice it with a Biroid, you get a lot of value because if they run it, you got to res something else for free. But Asa does that for 1 click less, which is good. And they're thinking whether or not they want to charge it. Again, this ability isn't great. If they break this, though, this has a subroutine that does matter if they do click through it. And they know there's an Ash in this remote, which is definitely an issue. You can always use C-Sura, but never see Jinja. Yeah, right? I love how Legal's Iron Factory has become a pet card for you after you panned it. Yeah, I really did like that card. And then I think it's actually like largely post-Jackson, where like you want to go fast now. This card is kind of worth a slot. This has become a pet card. I like the guns cards. I like more guns than Netrunner. So they are probably on Cyber Cypher, which actually deals with these cards very well. It's 3 each a piece. Secret nerf by JNet. They have edited the numbers. Yeah, there's a Cyber Cypher. So we're going to go ahead and pre-res the Ash. Do you res something for 2 credits less? Nah, it's not necessary. And they're running with 1 click less, so they actually can get through here. So I can come down to the math. Yeah, Legal Arms out of faction, Brandon, is really fun. So this actually is a blank piece of ice. We get to res something for free. Let's go res the... I don't want to show the Eli. Res the Fairchild, whatever. So this is fine. It does nothing because it didn't click through anything. It's all good. And now the Ash Trace matters. We can make them just access with 1 credit and we'll be in an okay spot. And again, this is like a pretty taxing remote for them. Right? Oh, I think we don't even have to boost. We gotta do some math here and not fuck it up. We haven't done that yet. Tonight, have we? Okay, so they have 4 credits. So strength 4. So if they beat this, they have to pay all 4 of the credits, which means they can't sell the Kawa project, so we don't have to boost this. Unfortunately, they will be able to trash the Ash. Fortunately, we do have the Vitruvius token. So no matter what, we're in a good spot. And they did trash the Ash. They did draw a card from Reaver because they trashed a card. This works on any card. That's really cool. And the chop bot is out. Their engine is off and rolling. Finally. They're also at 0 credits, mind you, so Brian Stinson is good. Not like we don't want to score this, though. Okay, we're on game point. We have the NGO front to jam next turn. Plus 1 credit. Tataki, did we miss something? Yeah, no link on the table. You gotta check, though. You gotta check really quickly. I actually should just be reading this number here. This little small number. Seems valuable. And their pawn shop is 2 credits in a card every turn. Not too bad for a pawn shop. Zed matters. Yeah, Zed does now matter. That's actually cool. Oh, yeah, we had an Akawa on the table. So we can do install advance. They probably will go for it. Regardless, it's good. They are kind of likely to run interdiction, I'll be honest. So there's a chance we waste our whole turn on the NGO front. That being said, they probably spend more money regardless. Like, I think we spend the whole turn in 2 credits and they'll spend 6 or whatever. Yes, actually more than 6 now that they want to protect their chop bot. And I'm pretty sure they're not on Apocalypse. That prey is actually really good. And they're playing it. They have to trash 5 installed cards. They're just clicking through this bad boy. Oh, no, they can just break it. Yeah, Cyber Cypher is really good against this deck. And we might actually just be able to jam this. Like, install advance. We're just a credit short. So what this happens, the first time the runner passes a Biroid, make a run when you pass a piece of ice. So there's what happened first. So trash 5 stuff. Chop bot, not pawn shop. No, their pawn shop will show up. It's in the deck for sure. So they trashed an assimilator. They might trash a paperclip. That'd be pretty good for them. Trashed another assimilator. A chop bot. They actually installed a chop bot face down a while ago. Actually, I can't tell with the order they're trashing things, so maybe not. They get a single access here. Pull an Ash, install Advance. The problem though is we don't have enough credits to score. Like it's 4 to score this, it's 2 to res the Ash. We just don't have enough money. Unseen card from R&D. Accessing last click is also somewhat of a mistake if they've seen a Kawa project. Oh, we can maybe just win. That means actually we can just install this, bring Ash out. No, what do we want to do here? They don't have a lot of credits. So we do install Advance, and then we need 3 credits to score this thing. This can fire though. Like if this gets trashed, it doesn't matter. So there's only 6 credits to get in there, and they're gonna start their turn with 4 credits. They can do credit run. Then they have to beat Ash. I think the NGO front is just good. Vitruvius hedge fund install advanced NGO. I think Vitruvius has to be Ash. The hedge fund's not that good, especially if we're doing NGO. Right, the Ash is such a big deal. Yeah, I think we'll just go for the NGO, and hopefully they go for this turn because they can. Right, like best thing would be them. Like I think they pawn something to get 2 credits. They dirty laundry R&D. They like run server 2. Maybe they even stim hack it. I doubt it. But no matter what, this is like clicking for 6 credits, which is like playing hedge fund clicking for 2, which isn't terrible. We also could have just hit this once to get 5. So the second click is like clicking magnum opus. This also makes it mean that they will not run this when they have 1 click left and 2 credits left. So it's kind of less likely for them to run it. So maybe only hitting it once was actually the right play. Because if this is an Akawa project, it's actually much harder for them to contest it. Who knows? They actually can contest this. Credit run. Trash your chop bot. Maybe they will. Mind you, there's not even end the run subroutines for the Zed or for the Ravana. Like all we can do is trash hardware or like give brain damage, which is not nice. We could get 2 credits or trash cards, but like in theory, yeah, I guess it's cheaper just to break it. Click for 3. Oh man, if they run to this remote, it'll feel so good. It'll feel so good. They might think oppositely that this is not an Akawa project. I just don't have enough for Akawa. Maybe they think that's a bluff. Deuce is wild. Gain 3. So it's like clicking for 1 and making a run. Oh, I think they're doing it. Oh, are they doing it? Oh, they're not doing it. No. NGO front. That's fine. With 10 credits, I still don't think they can do the Ash. They also trashed this Ash, which put them back 3 credits, which is kind of significant. GG too slow. Oh, we can res something with Surratt City Grid. Super cute. Don't want to do it. Gain 8. Oh, you can actually choose? That's interesting. That plays around Tapworm. How many players do you think will concede games online when it's just an NGO front? So we could have put anything in the remote as long as we double advanced it because they thought it was an Akawa. So that's kind of cool. But I think we're just going to do install corporate sales team, install Ash. Like we could just do install, pull Ash out, and then hopefully biotic labor out. Or we could just advance once. I think that's strictly cheaper. Yeah, we could hedge fund put Ash in, and then basically you're trading the hedge fund over biotic labor, and they might not run it. No, but this could be a Vitruvius, so they should run it anyway. So might as well just like keep the biotic for another win condition. We'll get the Ash, dead Ash, put that in server 2. We'll pre-res the Ash. They know it's an Ash. No Surratt value, thank you. I almost considered a store champ against NGO front. It's going to happen. Someone's gonna be like GG, shake hand, and opponents will be like, yeah, you're right. GG. Can score from the hand with a Vitruvius counter? Hold on. No, there's no way we had enough money. Did we? Teo, did we have enough money? I didn't even consider that. It would be 4, 4, 4. We need 12 credits. No, I don't think we had enough money. But we could score from hand. I see what you mean. That's probably even just better than this. Like, just hedge fund and just hold in. Yeah, we were one short. Ah, fuck. Also, how's it going? Thanks for dropping that comment. I wouldn't have realized that. Install Naja the res the Naja so you now have an ETR. I don't think they're going to charge us even if there's not an ETR. Yeah, setting up for next turn I don't think would have been bad. Opponent was too nice to let me know it wasn't time to give up. Oh, that's so chill. That's really cool. Yeah, we could have put the bluff in the remote. Central servers technically are more taxing. Like, there's no way they contest this remote with Ash. No way. But they're more likely to contest HQ and R&D with the turning wheel. It was especially bad because I ended up winning with my Emergent Creativity Monolith Isla deck. Count it. Count it. Yeah, the brain subs aren't entirely relevant. This one is more relevant. Like, pay 2 credits to trash a card. They have a lot of cards to trash. Like, this is not actually, like, really taxing. Yeah, maybe the Naja is better. Even the Naja and R&D, so we get a res it for free, maybe, when we res Ash. Yeah, that actually was probably fine if we put this here, res Ash. I just don't think we had enough clicks. I still think with a single Biotic in our hand, I guess now we used a Vitruvius counter, it's different. But we can still maybe win on a Vitruvius. Man, if they Apocalypse this turn, oh man. Oh man, it'll be good. They can't deal with this one though, so I feel pretty good about it. Imagine this ice was good, how quickly that server went up. Oh man. A monolith deck? Oh, you play it for free. You Emergent Creativity your monolith. It's free. Install 3 cards, reducing the cost. Value Town. Maybe that's what we need in our big hand size Cabanessa deck, is we need a monolith so that we can install like all the programs in our hand. It's the free monolith card. If only monolith was great. Well, did they just install 3 cards face down? Oh, they did. They popped their hunting grounds. So that gives them access to more things. Maybe they're looking for their paperclip for some reason. I don't know. It also just gives them 2 credits if they do it on our turn, which is pretty good. And also draws them a card. So they get some maximum value out of that card. Because that card has very little value. We have... Biroids don't have any on-encounter abilities. Even more if you get your Nanotech and Gordian and Mopus with it. And you got so much MU to spare. And then they try and brain damage you. Joke's on them. I think that's what Monolith does. I'm pretty sure it's a brain damage card. Alright. They're deep in the tank. They're thinking. Yo, Vincent, what's up? Ultimate Betrayal. Andre streams instead of coming to Casual Night. What's up, man? I'm not going to be there on Thursday, so this is the only night I can stream on. I'm going to be on a trip this week. How is the pub, dude? It's Brain Ornet? That said 2 credits for Monolith makes it totally a C+ console. It's an impressive console, though. Oh, they're doing it! They're letting us fire! Fuck yeah. Alright, so we're going to do the... What actually is the best? Trash One Hardware isn't good. So they're calling our bluff on here. We can just do, like, all the brain damage. Because pay 2 credits or trash an install card. They'll just trash install cards. So we'll just brain damage them out. It seems fun. It's brain or net damage. Okay. Yo, Cody, what's up? Missed you. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Select a buy right to res for 1. We'll res Eli. Okay. Did I make a programming joke? I'm not sure. Unless that's a C+ console. Wait, they jacked out? What? Why? I don't know what happened right there. I'm not actually sure what happened. They took 2 brain damage and jacked out. I think they assumed they would trash their cards, but I had no interest in doing that. C++. So Turning Wheel's going to go in for the big dig right now. See 3 cards. If they see Akawa, they can't steal it. So it's not possible for them to win. Best they can get 6 points. Well, they know the top card of R&D, so not even. That's the game. Only 1 breaker on the table. That's going to be definitely an issue for our Apex. Good game. Our deck did its thing, technically. Its thing was weird. Yeah, now we have an ETR to fire. Oh, that's why they stopped. Oh, that was actually really cool. We did a really cool play there. We did a very cool play. Did not realize that. Yeah, if they run through this, we res the Eli. So putting down the Naja was no point. So they jacked out. Oh man, that's really cool. Not the most intense. I had fun. That was actually a really cool play. What's the win con on a monolith deck? You just have everything out. I only just got the punch up. That's super rough. That's a problem with that deck. That being said, Chopbot isn't much worse. Yeah, so they had to end the run going through this because as soon as we res the Eli 2.0, which we did absent-mindedly, now we can mimic and end the run subroutine. So they couldn't actually just click through this and retain enough money to beat the Ashtrays or run this twice. So that's actually really cool. Played with Mavens and Dig Deers, probably multi-threaders. Thanks for the game, eh? Good game. See you around. All right, it's 11:15. I think we have time for one more game with this deck. I don't even know if we want to... Is there significant changes we think we can do to this really quickly? See you there. I'm not sure. Like, again, we haven't seen Jinja yet, so I want to hold on to changes until we see the Jinja do the Jinja thing, which might be a fun thing to do. I don't know yet. Dapper, how's it going? Monolith is a cool build-around card, except that the payoff you get for playing it so lame. 100% that's the problem with Monolith. It's the most expensive card in the game, and its payoff is just not great enough. It's not flashy. It's not even useful. It's just like, oh, you save 9 credits on your 18 credit install. Oh, I wanted to get into that code there. Yeah. dig around in there, huh? Jeez. It's officially bonus on not even an efficient card. Yeah, it's like the worst. It's like a memesy card, and it's fine that exists. Still in the mini factions, we're playing against Adam. Also, if you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. How's it going? Let's roll this thing because it's fun. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the game, hopefully you're in good hands. That's up for you to decide, I suppose. This actually is a good hand. We got a lot of trashables. We got our Jinja. This is what we want. We want to ice R&D for sure. If they run this, they have to trash it, which is 6, which is hard. And they're going to see the top of R&D. So let's expect them RNG keys. They're going to double access HQ, which is fine now. And their hand size is going to be crap. So we're going to keep this. We don't have a transaction for Brian. But if they run HQ, they'll have to trash it, put it on 0 cards. So that's actually really good. So I think we want to get 2 Byroids out. The problem is if we get 2 Byroids out, Jinja gets no value, but it's not like Jinja would get value anyways. So we'll put the Ender Run on R&D and the taxing one on HQ. They don't need to run, and we'll put this in a new remote, and hopefully we get value with this. Can Adam rebirth into Ash? If he likes. He can only actually rebirth into Alex Talbot or Estelle Moon, and Estelle Moon is probably his best choice. Sorry, its best choice. All right, so they're accessing it. They're going to have to trash this. It's going to cost them 6 credits. It's pretty gross. We don't have it anymore, which sucks. But now Brian Stinson is pretty good, huh? Oof. Ouch. Guns. So that's good. Even if they click for 2 credits, we can maybe do Brian Stinson. Was expecting Maryland. Surprise guns. So maybe we could do Hedge Fund Brian Stinson on HQ Hedge Fund. That'd be cool. RNG key coming out. That means they want to run central servers. We have a Biotic Labor, not the best. They did get the free card draw with this. Did they? No. No, because the hedge fund ran. No, they didn't. We draw once. It's the chance we draw into ice. We want to make archives taxing too. This on archives is pretty good. It's like just taxing enough, and we'll keep our money up. Because if they want to see the top of R&D, we'll pre-res something for free too. And liberated accounts is good. So we're going to see what they're drawing. They have a Femme Fatale. That's a pretty big deal. That definitely means they're running Emergent Creativity if they install that for free. And again, our friend here, Brian Stinson. Now, we can't ice this up. Well, we could. They don't know that we can't. And even if they trash this one, it's not too big of a deal. We don't have our brain taping warehouses, which actually makes Adam's card cheaper. Not really. We'll just ice that up. We can get it going. They might not want to res this, because even if we res this, we get to res this for 1 credit, so it's technically sort of worth it. Data Sucker coming down, Central Servers coming down, Turning Wheel in hand, Amakua coming up. We have no AI hate, no Turing, anything like that, so this might be rough. Let's get our Jinja draw going. And that is not the card we wanted. Remember when we didn't find Jinja Grids, and now we found all the Jinja Grids? Yeah, that's happening. And we can't really do anything here but click for credits. And if they run HQ, there's a chance that they lose all their money, which is pretty good. They're running R&D. That's really good for RNG key. This is actually a relatively okay piece of ice. We can draw an ice, put it on server 2. It's up to them. I think they'll click through this. So we draw a card. Naja. Install. Value Town. Eli 2.0. Let's go. One on R&D could be good. We'll throw what on R&D? Sorry. Just do the thing where you play the good cards. It's not unique. Oh, another Jinja. Yeah, 100%. So we can res a buy rate for cheap. Let's res the Fairchild 2.0, I guess. The Naja is technically annoying. This gets us the most value. Yeah, you're right. Actually, putting that on R&D is relatively good. Then they have to trash it for 5, which is gross. Find the Truth is going to make sure that they draw 2 cards or gain 3 credits every time they make a successful run on R&D. So like this double click is probably worth it. They revealed an Akawa project, which they're going to steal, making their brain chip really good. They drew a Dirty Laundry. Shit looks bad. Drawing the Naja actually screwed us. Good. Good, good, good. We can put another Naja on server 2. Hey, we're actually getting value. How does it work with 2 Jinjas? How does it say which server the ice goes on? I'm actually very curious. So this deck has 17 pieces of ice. We can't even afford to res all this stuff, but eventually we'll get our brain tapings out if they don't trash them. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see how this goes. You choose, but how is the prompt going to work? Like, is it going to say, what do you want to install on which server? I just don't know how it's going to do it. But like clicking through this, I think is still really good for them. Because if they click through this, they get 3 credits. Yeah, it's totally worth it. Please not Cruzium. I'll res that. Still want to click like that? Okay. Alright, so we can draw a card. It's an Ichi. Ichi 1. Definitely. Oh, cool. Oh, that's so lovely. So that's good. And we get res this for 1 credit. We're actually getting like pretty good value here. Eli 2.0 doing a lot of work. We gotta get errand boys in this deck, right? Find the Truth sees the top card of R&D. They're gonna have to trash the Jinja though, so it was short-lived, but it was sweet. And a Fairchild 3.0 coming up the top, which we're gonna draw, so we're gonna put that on R&D for free. Order. Oh shit. Oh, touche. So they access this first. So that run gave them 6 credits. And they just drew another RNG key, which is unique. So that's a good thing we got going for us. So Fairchild 3, you see, oh, because now it's trashed. Well, we need the brain taping warehouse really bad. We're not drawing into any operation economy, so our Brian Stinson's not good. Aaron Boy would be funny, right? It's not a buy right though. Fairchild 3.0, no, that's overkill. Now the server is actually kind of taxing. I think we just need to get the money up, and it's rezzed for free. This is what Ichi 1.0 looks like, and I gotta relearn all the biroids. They all look largely the same to me. At least we'll get value here. We'll get to be able to res one of our other pieces of ice for cheap. If they pass it, which they might not. I don't think passing is worth it. I think this will just be a good end to run. Wow, they're passing it. Okay, cool. So they know what all this ice is, so like it doesn't matter. We just get as much value as we can. Their data suckers are getting up to 3. They'll get their Amaku up to 1. So now they can break 4 strength ice. That's actually really important for this server. And they just drew a sure gamble, so they're going to have money. And we have the brain taping. We have the combo. We have the combo. We need a bit more credits. They also knew we drew this. Ideally, then we want to put a piece of ice in R&D. Or HQ. I think we'll put it on HQ. Because if they run, we res this for nothing. Okay. We're going to res everything for no money. This Ginger Grid did enough. They're going to have sure gamble. They're going to have a lot of money. They might actually contest this server. 4 cards, 1 agenda, and HQ is kind of rough. So we could res the brain taping warehouse. It saves 1 credit. We're going to res this. Still good if I res that. So we res this for 1 credit. It's pretty good. Cool. So we can res this for 1. That's why I didn't run first click. So we res this for very little money. For this combo, we need a fair bit of money still. So we'll just click for a couple credits. Hopefully we top deck an economy card that you can play for 1 credit. Maybe this deck needs... what's it called? That one where you get 1 credit for every unresed card. Oh, actually, no, this makes it a lot better. This, however, is an unprotected remote, which they can use Find the Truth on. It's not something you exactly want to do. Definitely not installing that. Oh, always be running. That's really funny. Because then they have to run. We get brain taping value. So we install another brain taping, but it's not good to do an empty remote because then they just run it. We could purge here. I think we need credits to get our big server up because once I have our big server up, it's actually hard for them to deal with it. This card also will have value soon enough. Doing 2 brain damage to Adam isn't that important because their hindsight gets really big once they put their brain cage down. Also, they have money for Fem, and showing them what ice that we have. Oh, they have a paperclip. Showing them what ice they have with our Jinja is really bad for Fem. You need something in your remote to res to start a Surek combo. Oh yeah, we pre-resed the brain taping. Ah, shit. That's the reason not to do it. I totally forgot. Yeah, we should have kept this unres. The 1 credit savings was not worth it because we paid 1 for this. Oh yeah, we have Stinson for that, I guess. So paperclips in the bin. So now they can get through this for 2 credits. Hand size is still pretty bad. Throwing out both always be running. So Fairchild 2.0, we want that on the server for sure. We're going to build the big old server. So we can do install, res. And that's 4 credits. So we can res this for free. Then we res this for free, this for free, this for free. Seems okay. I think we should do it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. But you can trash this, right? Can you install a region over a region? Are you allowed to do that? If you install a region on top of another region, it trashes it, right? I'm pretty sure that's the rule. Because it's not letting me do it. Yeah. Chat's saying yes. I'm pretty sure you can. This is not good for HQ. We actually should have drawn once because we could have put another piece of ice on there, but then we can't afford it. YouTube chat and the other chat. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Needed to do that before you spent clicks. Okay, that's going to fuck with the math. It's not like a console. Yeah, I think you can. Sweet. Thank you. Okay. So res another card with Surret City Grid. So we'll res this. Res this. Oh, it's busted. It's now busted. Oh, no, it's good. Thanks. YouTube, also Tessalia, how's it going? No, you can't. I think you can. What's the Wayland upgrade you have that lets you res ice? That's Surret City Grid. It lets you chain and res cards. So now we actually have a pretty good server. That's actually a really cool combo. It's a lot of convoluted cards, but it feels good. Install Sense and trash the region. Yeah, you can also install Sense and trash the region. That's totally true, Tobo. If we are wrong, you could always do that. And he threw out Employee Strike, which honestly doesn't matter right now. Oh, we have the NGO front. Oh, man. That's actually really good right now. We're just 1 credit short from it being amazing. And now it's all about contesting the remote, which they actually might be able to do. They're going to fem this one. They're going to run the remote. Now the Z 2.0 has teeth. Is installing this for 1 is good? Yo, what's up? Eric, how you doing? Yeah, we're doing a Monday night because Thursday night is not happening this week. I think you spend credits you shouldn't have. I think we spent 4, so we kept 1 credit, and then we resed everything for free. I don't think we did. Purging is actually not bad, but I want to get this down. The thing is they have paperclip, they have all their breakers. Like, making them run on this is really good. I'd rather just click for 4 credits. Or 3 credits, excuse me. Because, like, they're going to use all these in 1 turn anyways, and it doesn't even give them that much value. Guess for running HQ it does. They might actually just fem HQ. You paid the res that first Fairchild? Are you sure, Dr. Apathy? That's actually like a really big deal. Because I'm pretty sure we had 5 credits. We res both of these, so we'd have 1, and then we res everything for free. I paid the res of Fairchild? Oh, actually, that fucks up everything. Shit, I'll look at the tape. Cody's saying that's gross. I like it. You're pretty sure? They have a dirty laundry in hand. They saw the top of R&D. They also know that what we're drawing. Oh, hedge fund's really good. Let's do this, though. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. We don't need the brain taping. Let's see how much it costs. Check log before you ran out of credits. The log is going to be really hard to read. I don't know if we did. Res is Fairchild 3.0. But wait, hold on. Because we ended, how much? We ended our turn with 5 credits. No, it worked out. If we ended our turn with 5 credits, we start our next turn with 1. CFC, I'm guessing. CFC would be really good. We actually took CFC out of this deck and we put corporate sales team instead because we changed this deck to an ASA deck and we changed it back and we forgot to put CFC back. If this was a corporate CFC thing, we would get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 credits for scoring it. Before you ran out of the credits, it says you used the grid on the res. One of them I just clicked res, but like the fact that we started our turn with 1 credit seems correct because I ended my turn with 5 and we had to res Brian and Surat, which is 1, puts us down to 1. I'm pretty sure it's right. They're not even contesting it. Oh, they're doing it. Thank the Lord. So things got really wide here. Amaku is coming out. 1, 2, 3. Select a buy rise to res, no thanks. Eventually we'll get ash value. 1, 2. This is why we don't need a purge. This is just as good. I think pull out. Oh, they're just playing with Amakua. It's actually, how taxing is the server? That's pretty taxing. And this is another 3 credits. And like that's all their money. And now like if they don't trash Brian Stinson is value town. Like, they're running into Brian Stinson. And this is why NGO front feels so good. I like how interactive you were with chats. I appreciate it. Hey, Cody. Glad you like it. So they could trash the Surat. Oh, right. Oh, they're not going to feel good about that. Those exist. It's quite the card. And now we have the credit lead. They have liberated money. Brian Stinson is technically... Oh, right, because they... How did they get so much money? I guess they got 5 from the employee strike. Okay, so Brian Stinson isn't even online. I think we purge now, and then we're good. I think we purge, then we're set up next turn to jam this. If we jam this, we got to see if they can even get it. NGO is no! So this is going to cost them generally at least 2 credits. They can take a brain damage. This is going to cost them at least 3. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They want their hardware 10, 11. So this is 11. They broke the brain damage subroutine on thing. This I'm pretty sure which they don't need to. And it's easy for them to get 11. So I think we're actually just going to purge. And then next turn they'll have to either get their Kamaku counters or do something else. So much hate. Oh man. Yeah, peak efficiency right now would be pretty good. CFC contract excavation would be really good. Another dirty laundry. That's going to get them back up to tempo. I wish we had more Biroids to install. Paperclip coming out. Breaks it for 2 anyways. These are still 4 credits of tax, which is good. We paid very little money on them. And no Biroids to res. I think they needed a card to make Glacier good again. Yeah, that's one of them. The problem is it's maybe too good. And like now if you print expose, I don't know. So they have the money. They're going down to 6. They drew another Fem. So we can install advance here. They'll start the turn with 8. They could definitely get into this. They Fem this. Like, we really need an Ash. Just another defensive upgrade. Where's my Emergent creativity? They have 2 Fems in hand. And an Emergent. So they could, like, drop a Fem run, but it's not even cheaper in the long run. So they still need to deal with all of these. So I think we can actually just do it. Let's go. It needs to not be Jackson. I don't even know if Jackson particularly does that much. And mind you, they know most of the cards we draw, and they didn't see this one. This one's been in their hand since turn 1. That one's probably an agenda. Drop taping to bait the run? I don't know if they run a single advanced card. I think this one's safe enough. Next world's winning deck is a Glacier deck. An exposed Crim with Infiltration. And Infiltration makes a lot of things not fun. Looks like we got this one. No Biroids to res. Again, Ash would be good. Another piece of ice would be good, but we can't really afford ice on this server, so the server is as good as it's going to get. But again, 2 more good X's in R&D, they win the game. And it's very hard for us to defend this. All right, we got our big agenda. Oh, we got our Ash. Our boy is here. We res Ash for free, mind you. A brain taping's not going to have a lot of value. Besides, actually, they have to pay to trash it, which is good. But I like this one better. Okay, so things got a bit long. I'm gonna cut off the top of Adam's head. Apologies for that. I don't think we really have a better choice at this point. So what's the problem with the server? Full breed infiltration actually be like really nice. The art on that card's really flavorful. Emergence coming out. That's a free femme fatale. They'll throw out one femme to get the second femme. It's gonna be cool to see what they femme. Wait, what? They threw out a sports opera to install a multi-threader? That can't be efficient enough. And they're going for that run. So it looks like Amaku's an entire breaker. If we had one Cyberdex Virus Suite, we'd be in a really good spot. But this is actually still relatively taxing. They might let us draw here. No free res. And how many Jinjas did we lose? We already lost 2. Ooh, free card draw. Oh, another Eli. So they get to see the top card. If it's an agenda, they see it with Find the Truth. They get a call its cost with RNG key, get 3 more credits, 2 card draw, whatever they want. It's a Fairchild 2.0, so they get 3 credits. So this server is relatively cheap. So we got to put more ice on it for sure. Employee Strike coming out, not that impactful right now because they're probably going to run this server first with this on the outside. This is a 3 credit cost. It basically just cancels out everything else, but this is annoying. And they have a lot of free credits to run every turn. Like this is 3 free credits to run R&D. This is 2 free credits to run R&D. So R&D is 5 cheaper every turn. Yeah, that's not a very creative use of emergent creativity. I thought the femme would be coming out for sure. That sucks. Oh, we don't want to put Ash in the server unless we get value out of it. I think we just got to hedge fund out. We can put the illegal arms factory in server 2. It might flood R&D, which sucks. I think they're going to let us fire the Eli a lot. And I think this is... Which one's more taxing? This they break for... Wait, what? How do they break this? Amakua, okay. Because as soon as they start breaking this with paperclip, this is definitely better. Okay, having another ice on archives is also not too bad at all. I think eventually they'll fem something else. Okay, so this is actually a lot of money. The other option is that we don't res it and then they pass us and they res it for free, but Employee Strike is online, so that's annoying. If we don't res this, we have Ultraviolet. There's actually a reason why we want to pre-install Ash so that we get Ultraviolet into this remote. So I think we're just going to let them do this and not res that. So again, 2 free credits. Data Sucker, Amakua. So they spent 1 credit breaking this. It's not great. And then this, they spend 2 credits and they get 3 credits back. So it's actually a free run on this remote. Kind of. It's like almost free. That's really bad for us. And they can see 2 cards a turn. Oh, only 1 card a turn. And where are our agendas? So Find the Truth on the top. Again, just 2 good agendas. That's it. It's a Fairchild 3. Paperclip exists 2. Yo, Mike, who you helping out, man? I thought we were friends. They actually should install Paperclip for what it's worth, just so it doesn't get arc locked down. They do have to respect brand sensitive. I was doing my calculation based on not breaking the first sub. That changed my mind. Yeah. They broke all of it, so Paperclip is just as good. And it saves data sucker counters a lot of time. I think we actually just might want to purge. Ice this up. Maybe purge next turn. Ice, put this in there, purge. I'm not sure how good card draw is right now. Why are they going again? I'm not sure why they're going again. Oh, turning wheel tokens. Oh, fuck me. Right, of course. So we could res this. I want to keep the money. If we put this on R&D, they definitely fem it. I think they're just trying to win on R&D. They might have given up on this remote already. They're still their next turn with 14, 16 credits basically with this. We want to make sure we have punishing ice on the outside. That's good that we have that. I think we want to set up next turn to do our ultraviolet clearance. So we can put this in server 2. We can ice up. Putting this on archives feels really bad. But actually, these are the only servers you can farm turning wheel to counters on. Yikes. Yuck. Okay, that's fine. If we res this, we go down to 5, which sucks. That's 1 credit lower than ultraviolet clearance wants to be. Because we want to res this and ultraviolet clearance, because they're going to get too many turning wheel counters on this. I think we need to res this. Do we? Chat? Otherwise, they'll just be farming tokens. That's a really hard call. Going down to 5 is obnoxious, because we can't play this. And we're never going to draw an agenda. I guess actually no, Eli can make us draw agendas. But now they'll be breaking Eli. Yo, what's up, Remy? How's it going? I won't res it. We might pay for that. Yeah, tax him. Yo, Kappa's in chat already. Brain him. Well, they'll break it. It's not actually going to brain them. It just makes it annoying so they can't like just plant into this to build data sucker tokens. Or sorry, turning wheel tokens. So they're spending 6 to get in this, but 2 of them is free and they get 3 back. So it's kind of crazy. You would res it, but I lose a lot? Well, it's still interesting. Find the truth, sees the top card of R&D, gets exposed, we both get to see it. It's an NGO front. They probably won't let us trash that. Draw it. So they did trash it. And they drew another employee strike. Always good to know. I think you want to purge. The FC2 does too much. Doesn't do much without the turtle. No, it doesn't. And 2 more credits on the table. 2 more coming in. Another brain chip on the top. So we have an ultraviolet clearance. That might make them run HQ, which is kind of cool. Did those in the wrong order. Are there any other ANR streamers? There's a whole bunch. Protect archives and purge. We don't have a good thing to protect archives with. Purging doesn't do that much, right? They can make this for 3. This is the only issue for purging. Yeah, well, maybe we purge this turn, and the next turn we ultraviolet. That seems not bad. We can't purge and put something on archives, though. That's the problem, is like they break this for 2 credits, they get Dictator Secretarians. Like, I don't even think purging's that good. I'll just ultraviolet, hope for the best. So we can always biotic this out, which is good. Scoring this actually would be pretty good, too, because we can get our brain taping Surats and all that fun stuff back. So we can put this in server, too. If they steal it, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. We don't want another one of those. I don't even think we can play another ultraviolet. There's a big chance if they run this that we'll get value from Brian. Preferably high level tryhards. So who streams? Who's like very high level? Fuck. Josh Wilson used to stream. I don't think he does anymore. Yeah, HQ run makes a lot of sense. We drew a lot of cards. Code Marvelous does stream regularly, very regularly. Who else streams? Johnny Anderson streams. I'm gonna forget people and people are gonna be upset. There's a lot. Bayokin streams very rarely on YouTube. He came in 2nd at Worlds last year. He's a very good player. Oh, they're gonna see most of HQ. So hopefully we keep this Vitruvius. That's actually a reason to jam the Vitruvius, not this one. Because this one doesn't actually help us win. This puts us on 4 points, which is pretty bad. Travis Yo has a secret stream. Kiv, I miss Kiv. Ah, fuck. So they grab the Vitruvius. Putting the Vitruvius in here is way safer. Because again, that puts us on 5 points. This puts us on not enough points. You should have played slowly and protect your remote server. That doesn't... There's a Kevin Tame coaching channel. Yeah, there's actually like this YouTube channel that does videos. I forget what it's called, but they like play slowly and explain everything. I like it a lot. Yeah, Ben Mee is so good. So we can score this, install his cards from HQ. We can build a new remote server. We can put an NGO front in it. That's pretty funny. We can also put Jinja on it. Doesn't seem particularly good. I think we definitely goofed. If we got the Vitruvius, we'd be in such a good spot because then we can biotic out the last agenda largely. This sucks. This really does suck. How can you break Fairchild 3.0 with Emiku with data sucker tokens? I think we can just purge here. We can put another piece of ice on R&D. This is a good piece of ice on archives, actually. Next turn we'll purge. Yeah, Ben doesn't stream very much. Also, Tarmus, how's it going? So they're running archives. We'll go ahead and res this one. We can now afford to res our Fairchild. This is actually like a relatively taxing piece of ice once we get the purge off because it's a relatively high strength and you can't ignore the subroutines on this one. But we definitely need the purge. Hopefully there's no agenda on top of the R&D. That's actually really bad because if there's an agenda on top of R&D, they win the game and we have no way to shuffle. I think that misplay with the Director Haas is actually a really big deal because giving him 4, giving him 5 is such a big deal. And they drew a brain cage, which largely doesn't matter. They also have 11 cards left in their stack, 2 Fems in hand. We got to play around those Fems. Those Fems are really hard to play around. We just need to make sure that they don't have a lot of money. So keeping them out is a really big deal. When I first started to play ANR, I watched D&D playing Reg S Max on his YouTube channel, and he would win every game with medium with 0 cards left and I was blown away. Yeah, Dan doesn't stream that much, but Dan's streams were like weird. His play was really good. His play was very, very good. So that's 2 clicks. That's free, so technically taxing, am I right? And then they have 1 click left to run R&D, so it's just the amount of time before we lose. Dan is really cool to watch because he plays incredibly aggressively. Again, if the agenda's on top of R&D, they win. That's the problem also with Ichi. Ichi will never keep them out because Paperclip, if they trash it, they can still get in. So we have to do something really cool here. I just don't know what we could possibly do. The Fairchild 3.0 on R&D might be good. They know we're holding this. They guessed 6 when they accessed with RNG key. I think that's technically better than anything else we have. We can also score this, which means we can build a remote. And there's not a lot of good remotes we could build. It would be like Brain Taping Warehouse, Garbage Eli, but we don't actually want to build a shitty remote, so I don't even think we fire this. That's really sad. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, we're in a really bad spot. And eventually they're just going to fem this. Oh, I don't know how we win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and if they run archives, like this will be 6 strength with the combination of data sucker. Like a CVS would be a big deal. Black Orchestra ruins almost all our plans now. Because they break this for 3. Yeah, so this is the late game that we can't deal with, right? Like, we didn't go fast enough. Our remote server is actually relatively good. But the fact that they see R&D every turn, like, there's still so many agendas and 12 cards. I'm actually pretty sure we lose this turn. IF could help get past their lock, maybe. What's IAF? Like, we're in a really bad place. And they can always, I think, afford to run this server twice and trash Ash and run again. But yeah. Turning Wheel is going to be a big deal. Sports Opera coming off. 8 cards left. 2 Fems. Ichi. Oh, Eli. The thing is we don't want Eli on the outside here because then they can farm Turning Wheel counters. If we Purge, we just buy ourselves more time. It doesn't really matter that much. I think we just need to score this. Yikes. Illegal arm facility. Huh. What's IAF? Biotic install all 4 cards, lol. I think we just score this. It puts us on 4, and then we have to like install Advance and Akawa. Hopefully they run it. They can't steal it. And then we Biotic it out. That's going to need so much money because we're going to need to spend money on the ashtrays. I don't think we can win this. Also, the biggest issue is there's like 2 more Vitruvius, 1 more Akawa, and then another agenda. So there's 5 agendas and 11 cards. Don't think this is strictly winnable. We built a good server, though. I guess, yeah. Purging here, it's probably the best we have. But I think they're still going to run. They're going to break this for 6. They'll play it for 2. So they pay 2 credits to get through everything because of the multi-threaders. The math on these are crazy, right? And they run this server and we lose. Yeah, Purging doesn't do it. Problem I always found with Surra decks is that you have an awesome combo, you just grind to a halt. Yeah. We need fast track. We need more things to go quicker. So there's a lot of cards that we're drawing that are not good. These factories also, we haven't used them. As cute as they are with Jinja, they're just not reliable enough. I don't think they're worth the influence in this deck. They don't do enough. Just more NGO fronts would be good. But they're seeing everything we draw even. Hum. Even like that yellow thing, that fast events one. It's a lovely remote, isn't it? Gotta go. Thanks for the stream early, Andre. Enjoyed finally catching one. Hey, Sargnar, thanks for the game, and thanks for dropping by. Fuck. I really don't think we have anything here. It's just a matter of time before this gives up and we can never keep them out. If we could put another Ash on there, but that's only gonna like make it inevitable. If we draw a lot, they run HQ. Like, we're totally locked out. Find the Truth is nasty. Play best defense in every deck, 3 of. Yeah, if we switch these, though, and put them on 4 points, we would still probably lose the Akawa steal, but it would be a lot better, because now they're on game point. There's every agenda wins in the game. Baddie's better than the yellow thing, surely. It might be, but, like, there's not even that many good baddie subroutines. Like, trashing this Akamakua kind of matters. Sacrificial Construct is a thing. Trashing hardware is not that important. Calibration testing out of Acid Group is a blast. Yeah, totally. It's so good in that deck. Whatever, we'll just score this, hope for the best. Build a remote server. Seems like a mistake. This seems more taxing than whatever we're going to build and not afford a res. It turns off the current, though. That's cute. They have another one in hand, so whatever. This might make them look like we have things in HQ. They might run that. There you go. There's the next employee strikes. Money is kind of tight, and I think we lose this turn. They have 1 click left, so they can always steal a Kawa. And we can afford to res all of this, which is okay. Yikes. Late game is really scary. They have perfect information. They're not paying to break most of this stuff. Again, this is scary. We have no AI hate. Like a Turing would have been good. It would have kept out the Black Orchestra for a while. But none of our ice, like we need good ice on archives, right? These 7 agenda gene splicing decks are pretty cool. I haven't played enough with Gene Splicer. It seems way better in Glacier than anything else. Yeah, Critic's the issue. So here we lose the game. We're just going to go ahead and res everything and hope for the best. Data Sucker's actually doing a lot. Like, this is saving him 3 credits. It's doing a lot. They can trash a current. Like, they can trash safety first, I guess. They have, like, what, 8 cards left? Nah, you probably shouldn't trash that. You didn't put Fairchild 3. Fairchild 3 on Archives is not that big of a deal. They have Fems in hand. Like, if we pay 6 on that, we lose the game anyways. Yeah, they actually trash safety first. It doesn't matter. They're going to win right here. I haven't played in a couple months. What tryhard deck should I take to a game night? Shaper's really good right now. Just about most Haley decks are really good. There's some really cool fast HB decks. They're really good. Some Glacier Planet. If you just look through the decks, it's really good. CTM has been doing all right. Yeah, I think we lost about 5 turns ago. Yeah, we just can't keep that out. That's way too cheap for them to run. And, like, there's a lot of agendas in the deck. There's, like, yeah, still a whole bunch. Oh, man, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still 9 points in the deck. Yeah, so what do we have outs? We didn't have a lot of outs. Daily Business Show would have been really cool if we could bury our agendas. That would have bought us a bit more time if we got that going, but it's only a 1-of, right? Hey, Perica, how's it going? Had a good time tuning into the surprise stream, calling it a night, but I'll watch the VOD later. Enjoy the streams. Hey, thanks for dropping by and the kind words. For what it's worth, it's 11:52, so that's largely it. Not getting agendas in those few turns after you purged. Yeah, I had the window. Ashed in the remote. I fucked up and should have jammed the Vitruvius to not put you on a game point. Gotta go to work the night shift, Andre. Thanks for all you do. Good luck and happy net running. Enjoy your night shift, Cody. Thanks for dropping by. That's mostly it for tonight. Again, there's gonna be no stream on Thursday. We'll be back next week. There won't be any videos this week as well. But thank you so much for dropping by. Hopefully the Monday stream catches some people off guard, and that's really good for those that can watch at other times. For those I played games against, thanks so much. For those who talked in chat, for those who came out for the first time, said things in chat, for those who are always there, appreciate it so much. That's really, really cool. This pack's been really good. What do I have to say? There was things I needed to plug. Oh man. Oh shit. I'm gonna really be upset myself once I remember what these are after the stream is over. There's like some good Netrunner content this week. I forget what it was. Anywho, the new pack is coming out next week in North America. I forget the name of it, but it comes out on the 1st. And hopefully things are being good. Hopefully Star Championships are coming in. Netrunner DB is alive and well with new decks, and it's always fun to see. There was something I needed to plug this week. Fuck. Slay the Spire ads right here. Play Slay the Spire. It's really good. You probably like it if you like Netrunner. It's also made by Netrunner people. Super Aggressive Woo is interesting, good fun. Check out T-Stacks Maxwell. I saw that list, Al Short. That actually looks really cool. Slay the Spire plug. Yeah, I guess that's largely it. Thanks so much for dropping by. Have a good week, y'all. And see you in, more than a week. Ciao. That's the wrong mouse. This is awkward, when two people leave in the same direction. You're like, oh.